Hello and welcome to Roll4It, where some of your favorite YouTube streamers get together to play some lovely tabletop RPGs. Of course, today we are playing Shadowrun 6th edition, Twilight Sins. This is the first...
That's the name of the 6th edition, fun fact.
Yeah, and the entire 6th edition is named after our show. It's true. This is one of two prologues we'll be doing before the actual episode 1, so this is prologue 1 of 2. The first prologue is going to feature the girls of the team, Mimi and Havoc, which I'm sure is going to go absolutely fine.
It's fine, I'm just printing something in the background.
That's just the sounds Mimi makes when she's just bored. Anyway, so going through quick announcements. Today's supporter is Miazilla. So Miazilla, thank you very much for making it possible to do this episode and paying the majority of the cast cost. Thank you very much.
I saw that Mia also made fan art of Mimi. I like how much fan art Mimi has gotten and no one's met her yet.
Much fan art. We've got
regret these decisions.
There's
She's
5 pieces of fan art
Mimi.
for Mimi, and there's a couple with Havoc. But
What?
some of the ones with Havoc also have Mimi in them.
That's the most fun we've ever had before a show. That's crazy. Thank you. We also have a legend tier slot open, so if anyone wants to get in at the legend tier stuff, which involves a once monthly game GM by a member of the Roll4It cast, I believe yesterday's Bentham did his one, which he GM'd.
Yes.
So...
And I did one a couple weeks ago, and the episode ended with a piano being dropped on a dragon's head. It's all good.
As you do. I recommend you don't try that in Shadowrun. It'll probably end differently for you.
What if it's a really big piano?
And a really small dragon.
Yeah. A Matrix dragon with like a big Matrix piano. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Thank you for watching the prologue.
I'm sorry, you wanted us to be mirror shades, right? Let me rein it back in.
Is that the reining back in? Okay. Excellent. Anyway, there is a legend tier slot open. Also, Benson says to tell them about the prologue plan. Emphasis on episode 1 on August 11th. There you go. Episode 1 is on August 11th. Done. Okay, excellent. So, with that all said and done, let's talk about, by the way, I took these off because I've been wearing them for half an hour or more, like an hour, and they really hurt after an hour. They are not comfortable. They are cool.
I don't know why you put them on before the show started.
Because I didn't realize
really
they
cool,
hurt. And then I was like, excellent, I have time to breathe. And I was like, wait, my head is in severe pain. I'll put them on
They
later.
look awesome, though.
They are pretty cool. Right, anyway. So, if you want to support the channel and allow us to do really cool things like, for instance, Shadowrun, you can do so over at patreon.com/roll4it, which allows us to pay all the members of our cast because they deserve paying because they're awesome. You're not meant to read it out. Fine, Bentham, but it's you are, not your, so you're not meant to spell it like that. Anyway, patreon.com, you can come to different tiers and different rewards. $1 tier and above, you get access to Discord. $5 tier and above, you get access to after shows. Then there's stuff like the party tier, where you get access to player sheets and so on. It's going to be interesting seeing the sheets for Mimi and Havoc, which I'm sure will go live in the next few weeks. There's also stuff like the GM tier. We get involved in seeing like NPC stats and occasionally plots and plans. And very occasionally little polls that can influence and see how things go, depending on, you know, if a GM stumped on a point, you can be like, right, what do you think? And we ask the GM tier and they can do a poll. There's also stuff like the NPC name tier and so on, where the hero tier, you get to have a few different names of characters entered into the show. I believe one is going to turn up today as well. There's also the legend tier, where once every month you get to be GM'd by a member of the Roll4It cast playing a lovely little... not streamed, so it's totally secret tabletop session. Shh. Right. There's also deity tier, but that's just nuts. So thank you for anyone who does that. But also, we just make a video like thank you, why, and then also talk about random stuff for about 20 minutes. It gets weird. Anyway, you can also support us on Twitch. That also does give you, if you subscribe on Twitch, access to the Discord as well. I do recommend it. There's a great community over there. I will be checking out the Shadowrun tab later on and having a look at the conversations going on in there in the Discord, so get involved. Yeah, you also get access to emotes, and you get access to the VODs before they go up on YouTube, which obviously about 24 hours of processing. Today's VOD will be going up tomorrow, and the Game of Thrones VOD from yesterday will be going up after today's episode. You can also use tips and bits if you want. They go into the thing down there. And you can tell people about the show. Help support us. Spread the tale. Tell people. Hack all the Matrix sites to just, like, Mimi was here. I would say do something with Havoc, but that would be more like go around and hit people in the face repeatedly till they remember.
I write Havoc was here, but in blood.
On their faces.
On their faces.
I don't recommend you try that one. I recommend you just try hacking every website out there. Okay, maybe not also good, but whatever.
Like, both are illegal. One's just morally reprehensible, and the other one is meh.
There you
Hack
go.
Amazon. It's Twitch. What if you hack everyone's stream so all streamers are just playing this show? But then somehow also hack it so that we get all those views.
I was about to say, then they'd get all our views, and they'd be sad.
And the money.
Make them all host us. There we go.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
There we go.
And raid.
It turns out wearing sunglasses while looking at a computer monitor is difficult.
Are
It's
they polarized?
strange.
Huh?
It's
Are
really
they polarized
strange.
sunglasses?
No. These are like $7 on Amazon.
I can't remember what show it was. I wore polarized sunglasses, and because monitors have a specific polarization to all of their LEDs, everything was like lines, and I was like, this is really difficult.
Yeah, no. Like, it's just dark. It just makes the whole screen just kind of dim, but it's fine. I'll
They're
take
like
them on.
actually pretty cool
Makes
sunglasses.
a good
Like,
headband, too.
after the show, I'm like, I think I might just wear these. These are kind of cool.
I was thinking about just wearing this. It's so
Right?
extra.
I feel really cool when I wear sunglasses. I don't know why. I don't wear sunglasses very often.
It's because no one can see you emote.
Yeah, you don't know what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, true fact. That's why
Someone's
bodyguards wear
booty.
sunglasses.
One of y'all's booty. I'm looking at it. HR,
Body-
don't come for me.
Bodyguards wear
You
sunglasses
set
so
up
that
a
they
camera
can
over
look
here?
at people without you knowing.
Sorry, Lauren. I did earlier say she looked really cute.
Oh my god, it finished printing!
There we go. Hi, welcome to Shadowrun. Anyway, we're going to go over a very quick overview of what Shadowrun is, because some of you out there might not know, and there is a lot of backstory and lore. We're on 6th edition now. There is a lot of lore to Shadowrun. So very quickly, hi, welcome to Shadowrun. Early on in the 21st century, magic came back to the world. Some people were suddenly born as elves and dwarves. A few years later, some people turned into orcs and trolls. They were still vaguely humanish. They had sapience. They knew who they were. They just looked slightly different and maybe had slightly different physical abilities and also abilities to see things. Later on, they also figured that magic had come back and they could do magic-y stuff. They could summon spirits. They could also be adepts, which channeled their magic inwardly. The Matrix took off, corporations took off, the Matrix being a really VR experience at first and then became a full-on submersive, you could dive into it, kind of doing a Matrix type thing, which you might know from the film, where you could dive in and instead of looking at websites, you'd walk around streets, you'd look at storefronts of their virtual websites, walk into them, look at products, and so forth, and it would give you full sensory feedback. Meg corporations took over. It ended up being a bit of a dystopia. There was a crash, the Matrix went wrong. There was another crash, the Matrix went wrong again. Then they figured out that technomancers exist, which were people who didn't really have magic power so much as the ability to control and hack with just their mind and not using any sort of deck or anything. And that brings us roughly to today. We're going to set our story in the UK, specifically in Scotsprawl, which is the urban metropolis that goes between Glasgow and Edinburgh. Scotsprawl is in an interesting place because in the UK, after the resurgence of magic, a lot of trees and plants that had all been cut down since medieval Europe decided to all at once come back. Scotsprawl exists as a city under siege from the wildlife around it. The entire city is surrounded by a high wall, and occasionally small units have to go out and just move the debris back, move the trees back, flamethrower everything, and just keep it at bay. It's a tale of two cities, and in it, we have Mimi and Havoc. and I believe they live in the same apartment. Would you like to describe this apartment as we start off there?
So I think the story of this apartment is it's Mimi's one bedroom, but at some point she mentioned to Havoc that she was having a hard time paying rent, probably, or something like that. And so then I feel like one day Havoc shows up in her van, parks it in Mimi's empty parking spot, and then just walks in and says, "I live here now," and then hands her rent money, and then like takes the sofa. That
sounds good? I like hand you some cred or like some, you know, like annoying cred sticks, and I'm like,
there's only one bathroom.
hey, this is fine.
Right. And she just sort of like, that's it. So I feel like Mimi is not organized, none in physical spaces, but she doesn't have a lot of stuff.
You didn't need the couch, do you?
I have a couch?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, I guess not. I don't use it.
She just thumbs up and she just plops down, like her legs up. She just makes herself real comfy.
It's like, this is yours now. So like flash forward a few months later.
I think it's about a year later that everything
About a year later? Okay, it's been a while then.
It's at least 6 months, I think. So she's been there a while. It's maybe even more disorganized now because there's a lot of Havoc-related items laying around. Generally, you can spot what is Havoc-related by its ability to deal damage to people.
Yeah, I think Mimi has like a work table that is just piles of broken pieces of technology that she's just sort of collected. Not that she really does anything with them, but she just sort of finds them really interesting. And so she just sort of like leaves them there and like pulls them apart a little bit and then is like, I'm done with this now. And then just like there's a bucket full of like empty bits of old tech that she's scrounged around. That doesn't really do anything. Otherwise, I think it's basically her stuff is very minimal. Like she just doesn't have a lot of things.
There's probably pizza boxes.
Are they,
with like old bits of pizza.
Are they
laying
pineapple
around.
pizza?
I don't know. I think Havoc is like a garbage can. She'll just eat whatever. So, but she'd be really conscious of like what Mimi likes. So if Mimi likes pineapple on her pizza, she would get it.
What does Mimi like for pizza toppings?
Pork?
I feel like she doesn't have a strong opinion of pizza toppings, but anything that is...
Do we just try
like,
something new every
Mimi
time?
forgets to eat sometimes, unless it's like real food, right? If it's made of soy, she's just like, whatever. And she just sort of eats because Havoc's like, I brought pizza. And she's like, oh, I guess I'm supposed to eat food now. But she likes spicy food.
Also, there's random weapons like hidden under the couch, sofa, cushions, like in a random shoe in the closet somewhere. Just
there's a separate shoe that's just also
you open
a
the
gun.
fridge and there's no, I'm just kidding.
You open the fridge, there's milk, there's like beer, and then there's a pistol.
You know the egg holder? That's just got grenades in it.
Yeah,
Little grenades. You pull out the salad drawer and it's just like bullets. Did you mean to leave these in the fridge again?
I don't know.
Right. I suppose it's supposed to say cold and she just closes the drawer and like
So,
pulls something.
with that, Mimi, what do you look like as our camera finds you in your apartment looking through the fridge?
Mimi is relatively small. Relatively. She's like 5'4", I think. 5'3", I think is what I said she is. But she's also like always seems a touch underweight, and not in the sort of like intentional sense, but just in the like she has some evidence of malnutrition from earlier in her life. And so she's always, I feel like in strong contrast to Havoc's more toned physique, Mimi looks a little scraggly and kind of scrawny. She's mixed race, Vietnamese and Romanian, so she's got kind of short black hair that she keeps pretty cropped, mid-brown, sort of lighter brown skin, but that sense of like she does not get sunlight like at all. Just very, very sort of pallid, even though that she's like probably supposed to be darker skinned. And I think she always wears her jacket most of the time. But yeah, I feel like that's probably her sort of, yeah, she's got the hacker tan. It's just from the LED screens.
Okay. And Havoc, who is currently lying on the sofa.
Havoc's like got a lot of leather, animal print clothing. Like she's about like 6'1", 6'2". She's a big beefy lady. She's voluptuous, you know? She's looking good. But she's got a lot of muscles. She's, whether they're augmented or not, you know, she's not gonna say, but yeah, they are. They definitely are. She's got this huge, beautiful fro that has like little bits of highlights in them. It's like this honey brown color. She's got really tan, dark skin, or like really, really dark skin. These long ears that probably can't see unless she like, you know, like you were to put your hand through her ear or her hair, because her hair is just so massive. I can't do justice for this. Is as good as I got with a fro. So hopefully, I respect those people who can make like amazing fros. And she doesn't really wear like a ton of makeup, but she does wear red lip, and she always wears like some kind of animal print, skin tight leather. She's like leather jackets with spikes. She wears some cool sunglasses. She has like knee-high boots that are like all straps and stuff. And she has a motorcycle and a van. She's badass. I love her.
Okay, and she's an elf.
Irish, I guess, technically. That's where she's from, but...
And she definitely has that elf physique.
That.
She is tall and slightly thinner, although not really for an elf.
She's built.
Not really meant for an elf.
Yeah.
I'm built.
You can actually see like the skin-tight leather, the skin-tight leotard. Just every single ab muscle is really obvious and defined through it.
Yeah.
Like Mimi's, it's just like ribs. Like, have you eaten, honey? Like, yes. I have a hard time.
I'm a very swole elf. Yeah, let's put it that way.
Okay. Mimi. A message pops up in your vision.
I am a tier elf, for those wondering.
It's from Officer Bate.
Oh. I feel like Mimi's a little surprised because I think she normally goes to Officer Bate rather than Officer Bate contacting her. Like, normally it's like, hey, what's the word on the street? Instead of, hey, what does the message say?
You open it, it says, need to talk, have a job.
Do you want to get a job? Havoc's muted. Mimi unmutes.
Oh,
Havoc.
whoops, sorry. Havoc kind of like...
Repeat that.
Havoc kind of like pushes her legs over, looks over at Mimi and's like, what's the job for?
Mimi like closes the fridge, pulls out whatever soy drink she had and cracks it open, starts drinking it. Does it have any specifics?
Nope. She is brusque and to the point. All she says is need to talk, have a job. That's the only detail so far.
All my contact said is they need to talk and she has a job.
Well, let's hope they talk.
She hasn't tried to kill me yet, so it's probably fine.
Well, if she tries. Well,
You'll
know
be
how
there.
that's gonna go.
Good. And so Mimi will send a response, ready to meet. Give us time and place.
Okay. You're given a address and a time, which is only about an hour from now at a coffee shop. Probably a couple of miles away.
Does your bike sit 2 people?
I don't know if it can.
I think it should. Most bikes can.
I think so. Let me double check because I have it on the sheet how many seats.
Because that would make us way cooler.
It has. Oh no. Oh, 1 seat. Sorry.
I will say that you can ride pinion on it, but it's just don't do any tricks or you might fall off.
Okay, so don't like do a run with it, is what you're saying.
Probably not. Like, if you desperately need to, you could get on, but just don't try and do anything
Yeah,
fancy.
so I have a Suzuki Mirage, for those wondering.
Okay, that's a pretty
and then-
nice looking sports bike outside.
Yeah, and then the other vehicle I have is a GMC Bulldog, so...
Less swanky looking, but still, you know, it's in good nick.
Hey, it's got what we need.
It's literally the only bike that has one seat.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's okay. All of the other ones on the list have
It's
two.
supposed to be just, that's Mimi's or Havoc's ride when she's, solo YOLO.
Mimi's small. Like, I will say Mimi can cling on. It's just maybe don't go past any cops.
We just like buckle Mimi to Havoc.
They're like Mimi can be used as a backpack.
Yeah, look, you just get one of those like child stroller things that goes on your back. Put Mimi in it.
Oh
fine.
my gosh.
Mimi, by the way, where do you live? Do you live in Edinburgh, Glasgow, or anywhere in between, which is the cheaper sprawl area?
Oh yeah, we live in the cheaper spot. Mimi got a 1-bedroom apartment. She's in the cheap area.
Okay, in which case, yes, it's only about 2 miles away.
I think there was probably a conversation at one point where like Havoc realized that there's only one room, and she's like, what were you thinking you were going to do? Were you going to have them sleep in your room with you?
Who?
The whole roommate thing.
I didn't plan on having a roommate. You just walked in one day.
But you said you needed a roommate.
No, I said I was having trouble making rent.
Havoc heard that as need a roommate, didn't even process the first sentence.
Yeah, I heard that as you need a roommate.
It's fine. It helps. Maybe we should get a larger apartment somewhere, or put up a fake wall.
Nah, I'm good.
Right.
Unless you need another room.
No, I just thought you might want your own space. You've been here for a year.
I kind of point. I'm like, I got my own space. I'm good. Everything else fits in the van.
All right. Works for me. And then they continued on and never talked about it again.
Yeah.
It's just like, I'm having trouble making rent equals need a roommate. It's fair.
I love that that's how Havoc interpreted it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Perfect.
And this is why the friendship works.
Mm-hmm. Right. So it's at this coffee shop in Glasgow?
It'll be Edinburgh.
In Edinburgh.
It won't be too far in. It'll be like on the edge of the sprawl.
Whenever you're ready. They wanted to meet in an hour.
Well, we got an hour.
Joy?
I kind of she holds up like a beer that she has, and she's like, nah, I'm good.
Right.
Clinks it with your soy joy.
Soy joy.
There we go.
Okay.
That's the name for like caffeinated soy beverages. Soy joy.
That is what Mimi lives off of. Soy joy.
Why do you drink that stuff? Looks gross.
It's efficient.
So is this.
It's efficient for different things.
Fair enough.
Also, we have some grain alcohol in the cupboard if you want it. I normally use it for cleaning the bathtub, but it will get you drunk very quickly.
She moves really fast.
Didn't you notice it down there? Oh no, you probably didn't because it's with all the cleaning supplies, which neither of them use.
She
It's
puts
like
it
a
in the
bottle of
fridge,
Windex and then like
make it
grain
cool.
alcohol.
I love it.
Help yourself.
All right. Cheers.
Do you drink the grain alcohol?
Not right now, but later she will, for sure.
Okay. Let me know when you do.
He's like, oh god.
It's just Everclear. Or Never Murky. Off-brand Everclear.
Soy Claire.
Soy clear. Clear vision.
That's one way
Grain
to describe
alcohol
it.
derivative. Okay. What would you like to do?
I think Mimi, I don't know. She doesn't really have anything she has to do.
I think if we don't know what the job is and whatever, unless you can like find it and if you know your.
She'll probably send some information to Havoc about like the location and just like what she knows about Officer Bate, just so that Havoc also has it.
Havoc, she has like her AR desktop is just this mess that, you know, when you look at someone's desktop and you're like, how do you fucking find anything? That is her AR desktop. Mimi keeps sending her things and she like just like throws it off onto the screen somewhere. And so there's just this screen. Sometimes she'll make like penises out of them. You know? She'll just like put the folders and draw things or boobs.
So specifically in the future, pretty much everyone uses AR, which is augmented reality. So instead of having to look at your phone, you just have in your eyesight like files and stuff, which you can call up, you can open, and they'll just open up in front of you. In the case of Havoc, everything she gets goes onto her AR, which means that all the time she sees files in front of her. So I imagine she just toggles it on and off. Everyone else has it all like neatly arranged in the corner of their vision, and Havoc just has it there. So I imagine she just toggles it on and off, unlike everyone else who has it permanently on.
Well, I feel like sometimes Mimi will go and clean it up for her.
Probably. Like every so often you log on and everything's
like,
been organized and you don't know why.
Yeah. She's just like, all right. Cool.
There's just like, you know, kills, soy, beer, other, miscellaneous other, question mark?
Yeah. Maybe it's like, I made just a file for you to put everything in so you can keep AR on and also not organize anything. So just put it in here. Everything just can go in there.
Oh, so you want me to actually like put these in files or something?
Just the one. Just think of it as a second desktop so you can have one table that you can use and the other one that you can't.
All right.
I can just stop sending you things.
No, I kind of like it.
All right. I feel like a lot of their conversations, like Mimi's like, I can accommodate this, and Havoc's like, eh.
So yeah, you send over the information.
So in contrast, like Mimi doesn't have a lot of physical stuff. She has like her junk table and then like a handful of clothing and like maybe one decorative item in the apartment, but everything else is plain. Her like virtual space is well organized and also much more decorated. Like it's all bright colors and it's very exciting and it's just like, it's the place that she has fun.
Okay. So
but it's also organized in such a way that it only really makes sense to her. Like their nested file system and like the icons that she changes everything to, people are like, why is that a leaf? And she's like, well.
That means leaf well enough alone.
So there's a specific tree that exists in...
But you send over the information of Sabati to Havoc. You also send over the location, which is just a soy bucks on the edge of the Edinburgh section of the Sprawl. Yeah, you have about 50 minutes.
Do you want me to set the sprite on the van during the episode?
Sure.
Should we just do that? Should we say, she's like, cool. Oh, I need to reset the sprite on the van. So Mimi busies herself with whatever. So she is going to summon a sprite that lives on their van that protects them. This sprite is... I forgot which kind. I think it's a machine sprite. And it runs the sprite ability.
Yeah. So this van that we have is like, it has one door that's on one side that kind of like slides and then a little stairs kind of like come down and you can, or like a ramp, one or the other, and you can like put stuff in it. Inside the van, like there's the two seats in the front that are like the driver's seat and the passenger seat. The passenger seat goes all the way back, like lays down so that Mimi can like do her thing.
Probably got a pillow in there as well.
The windows probably have like some tinting to them. And there's like the one wall on the other side that doesn't have the door, like has a latch. And you can open it up and there's just like a wall of weapons in the latch, and then you can latch it back up. And then there's like seats that are back there too if you
the seats in the back are foldable so that occasionally you can put loot in there and occasionally you can put people in there.
Yeah,
Super handy. Question, what level is the van's rating?
I think it's a 3 for the GMC Bulldog.
For the pilot?
Yeah.
Oh, I have all that. What were you asking specifically?
What is the pilot rating on the Bulldog?
It is 2.
2. Oh.
Cool. Great. then a level 3 sprite would be better, but she's gonna go bigger home on this because she's like, I'm not immediately on a run. She's gonna try and do a level 4 sprite. So it'll be running override, I assume, because the owner of this van is Havoc. She won't need to make the test for it, but it might. And then it basically takes control of the device. So it can substitute its level instead of the pilot. So if someone tries to hack it, it's slightly better defended.
Okay.
So she's gonna roll this level 4. So you're gonna roll 8 dice. I'm gonna roll 9. Odds are slightly in my favor.
You got this.
Do I?
I hope so.
I got 1 hit. I don't have this.
So as you try and
4 hits!
As you try and summon up a sprite and you try and piece it together from the resonance, the very essence of the Matrix, the thing you can feel around you, you can feel in every Matrix device, you fail to get the grasp on it really, and it kind of flummoxes out. You don't really anticipate the movements of this energy, and it drains you quite heavily.
On the plus side, maybe I'll resist the drain.
Maybe. Let's see. I assume this would happen the day before the run or something like this. Or
also, every door has a rating 5 mag lock on it.
I got 3 hits, so I take 1 drain.
Okay, you took 1 drain. I will say for most of this, it can be the day before the run if you want.
I get an extra edge, so I have a toughness quality. And the toughness quality means that I get a bonus edge when making damage resistance test. So I have a point of edge to spend on any damage resistance, which this counts as. No? Does it count as it?
I don't know if drain is a damage resistance test. I'm not sure, because damage resistance is called out explicitly in the physical damage resistance, but it's not called out explicitly in the drain, although it's implicitly a damage resistance test.
Right?
Oh, you know what? For now, I'll say yes, but it might change in the future. But for now, whatever, go with it.
So I have 1 4. I'm going to up it to a 5 using my point of edge so that I resist all the drain.
Okay. Excellent.
She's like, I'm just having a rough... You know what I think? I think she accidentally took an expired Soy Joy. And she's like, oh, God! Like, she's also trying not to vomit while doing this.
Okay. Do you want to try again?
Do I see her, having a seizure in my seat? Like, what's happening?
No, she's doing... This is before we even get into the van. Like, she's just doing this in the apartment. She, goes to her weird workbench and just sort of, does that thing she does sometimes where she looks like she's, sleeping at her workbench.
And it's not even a seizure. It's, it would have been, 1 stun damage, which is the equivalent of, having a rough night.
I'm like, oh, she must be dreaming again.
She just looks like a cat sometimes, just, starts twitching. I think... No, I think we have 50 minutes.
I'd say you could have done this the day before. This is something you would have done anyway, regardless of if you're running that day or not. You'd have just done it. So
yeah. At some point, she always has to re-up it every so often, because if I don't register, it takes a lot. All right, let's try again. Let's see if this works. Do you want me to take a dice off?
Yes, it would be an extended test, yes.
All right, let's try again. Let's do it.
Extended tests. Every interval you do them, you lose a dice.
3 hits.
Versus
You've only got 2.
Okay, you do get it. You get 1 task out of it.
1 task. That's all I need. It's a level 4 sprite with 1 task. Its task is stay on the van.
As you focus, as you're in the van's AR, which I imagine is because Havoc isn't a decker or anything, it's the default factory one from the GMC company, so it's just the default Bulldog interior. What does this sprite look like as it comes into being?
So this is a machine sprite, and its job is to essentially guard. And she's like, it's a bulldog. It's a bulldog. That's what she makes. She makes a sprite that is just, but a full-on squished face, bat wing ears, little stocky bulldog. It just it's also a gargoyle, so it's made of stone, and but an animated gargoyle, so it looks a little bit like the gargoyles from Hunchback of Notre Dame, and it just sits on the top of the van in virtual space.
Okay.
Bork.
The little gargoyle bulldog appears.
Oh, no, wait. It's piloting, so it sits in the driver's seat.
It appears, maybe it sits on the dashboard looking out, nodding occasionally.
Yeah.
It appears, it coalesces in energy, and in front of you appears, in your AR, a little stone gargoyle-like bulldog. Ruff. What do you require? Ruff.
Watch the van. If anyone that's not me or Havoc tries to get in, stop them.
Ruff. Okay. Ruff.
He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Churchill. That's a good name. It's like a church gargoyle, Churchill.
Yeah, totally not an advert for company.
No, that's fine.
Anyway, yes. So that was the day before. The day of the run. You go down to your van, you get in. The van seems as normal. Mimi, you can definitely see a little stone dog sitting on the little dashboard, just nodding.
Oh, you added something.
Hi, Mimi. You can't see it.
Oh, you wouldn't see it because it's a sprite.
Oh, I thought you said I could
Unless
see
you
it.
look for it.
Mimi can. You
Oh.
can't.
Havoc's not looking for it.
Havoc would never be able to see it.
What?
Havoc would never be able to see
You just
it.
do matrix perception on it. Like, it's not...
Yeah,
it's
it
probably
would be-
running silent, but that's about it.
Yeah, it'd be a
'Cause
pretty
it's
tough
not
test. But...
phantom.
So, yes, you get into the van. It seems as normal. You head off to the meet.
I thought we were taking the motorcycle, but that's fine. We can take the van.
If you want to get on the motorcycle, you can. I do
It's
like the
fine.
image.
We'll take the van, not the one-seat motorcycle.
Okay. You drive.
Havoc will take either. We can take the motorcycle.
If you
We
want to
take the
motorcycle, you can.
Suzuki.
Okay.
Yeah.
You check over the van as you go down. Your weapons are still there. Everything is fine. As you walk past the van, Mimi, in the front of the van, you definitely see the dog nodding at you as you go along. You get onto the Suzuki.
The good boy thumbs up.
You get onto the little Suzuki. It is a sleek sports bike, really not designed for two people, but Mimi's pretty small and can definitely cling on to Havoc. Havoc, you tear out of there.
I think she just drives like normal, but
Okay.
Okay, but what is normal driving for Havoc?
Havoc's like not in a hurry ever in her life. She's chill, takes
Okay.
it, you know.
Sports bike.
Probably
Chill.
not a good thing for her because sometimes you need to be fast.
With Mimi on the back, begins to head out. You spend some time driving through relatively terrible districts. They are poor, they are impoverished, they are not particularly well maintained. In this area, you probably don't see any cops whatsoever on your entire drive, which is probably a good thing considering someone might complain about Mimi on a bike with no seat. As it is, you see a lot of orcs and the occasional troll, not very many elves at all. Like, you maybe see one, along with a lot of people moving around in this area. The entire place does look like it's seen better days. Some of the buildings don't even have proper roofs with just corrugated iron. But as you make your way towards Edinburgh, the quality of the apartments nearby improves slightly. You actually see more things in AR around you, advertisements appearing, people who actually have money to spend are apparently around here. And the occasional thing pops up telling you, oh, we've got a sale on, have you tried out? And then it checks your recent purchasing history. And because it's Mimi looking at this one, I assume that it would be something completely random because she obfuscates her viewer history, so it probably just recommends anything from lingerie, lipstick, or sanitary towels from Boots as she goes past.
Well, I would like to point out, it'll because her persona is a lot harder to detect. So it's probably just gonna pick up on her crappy comlink that's running her rating 1 sin Angelina Jolie. So Angelina Jolie's browsing history.
Okay, what's Angelina Jolie's?
I think Angelina Jolie is what, she's 45, has several children, and probably needs various anti-aging concoctions.
Okay, it starts recommending some anti-aging concoctions. It probably also recommends the deals they have on spa breaks away, get out of the house, avoid the kids. It also recommends some software for keeping your kids busy. The latest educational video
the
game.
latest and greatest in child education.
Exactly. For Havoc, what sin are you running right now?
I'm running a rating 1. It's named Ciora Zinstina.
And what is Ciora Zinsina's normal browsing history?
I think she's single, looking to mingle,
Okay. Yeah, you're
Single
recommended.
adventures.
You're recommended several different types of pill and several different condoms. All of the entire range of sex toys that they have as well.
Yes.
But you eventually do make your way through into the more upscale part of town, and here AR is prevalent everywhere. Every single building will have an AR advertisement telling you what the entry price is, or what their current sale is, or what their current meal of the day currently is. Everything is bright and illuminated, which in Edinburgh, some of these buildings are relatively old. It really stands out as contrast. You have these older buildings, probably in some cases 300, maybe 400 years old in this area, suddenly start with bright glowing neon lights appearing above them, which don't actually cast any light on the nearby building, just telling you all these different offers, and it's a somewhat disconcerting experience going around. But you find your way to Soybucks, which has the standard menu out front and offers you free access to their host, where you can mingle in VR if you really wanted to. As you enter, you'll notice several people just sitting, talking, having the time of day. The clientele varies. Tends to be probably people of your, amount of average income to people who are a little bit better off. And then there are certainly a few people in there who are just going in and out, as if they are definitely going for people who are more better off but can't actually spare the time or the social capital to go to a place such as Soybucks. They send their assistant.
I think Havoc, and anytime she's in a social scenario, if she can look at the profiles of people, she probably would. And more so just discerning whether people would be a threat or not, and where they're sitting and the location and the strategy of how to take care of them if they were. Mostly because she's on the run.
Okay, that's easy enough then. In which case, make me an intuition plus perception roll.
Okay, intuition plus perception. 2 hits.
2 hits. And almost a glitch. Okay, yeah, you look around. There's one person sitting in the corner. She looks like... She screams off-duty cop to you. In fact, she very much screams off-duty cop. She's in a kind of formal-ish casual clothing. It's that turtleneck with a jacket over the top. Doesn't really sit right. She's sitting at an angle with the jacket unbuttoned so that she might be able to get to a holster relatively quickly. She's looking around furtively. No one else here really screams that sort of attention. There's maybe an orc who's a little bit wired, but other than that...
I snap a shot, send it over to Mimi, and I'm like, well, it looks like we got a undercover cop.
I assume that is Officer Bate.
Yeah, what does she look like?
Mimi's like, oh, yes, that's who we're here to meet.
Right.
I sent you the information.
Right.
She looks oh, never mind. And Mimi pulls it out of the folder for you and brings it up. Maybe not pulls it out, but she sends it again. I feel like you have so many duplicate files because she just sends them again.
Officer Bate _1, Officer Bate _2.
So Officer Bate is sort of Central Asian, kind of Indian, dark skin. I feel like she wears her hair in a very no-nonsense, kind of pulled back, long braid. Sometimes she would pin it up, especially if she's on duty. I think she's human, and I feel like she's probably similarly well built. She's a beat cop, so she's used to being on the street and is still in good physical condition. Probably mid 30s, okay. In terms of age.
What meta type is she? What's her meta type?
She's human.
Human, okay.
She's human. So I think she's got some starting of frown line wrinkles and the sort of central ones, but nothing particularly notable, and maybe 1 or 2 streaks of salt and pepper in her hair. She is dressed plainly and probably relatively neutrally.
Okay. So yeah, you see Officer Bate sitting in the corner, looking around, definitely she's waiting and in a bit of a hurry.
Maybe just walks straight over there. I think she sends her order. I assume there's just an AR ordering system here.
Yeah.
To get 2 cups of drip coffee.
Okay.
Filter coffees. Sorry. 2 filters. Wait,
I
what is
follow,
Havoc
but I'm
drink?
like kind of just basically bodyguarding Mimi.
Okay.
What does Havoc normally drink?
Like I said, Havoc's a garbage can.
Okay.
She'll drink and eat everything. Like I don't think she has anything that she won't drink or
So
eat,
the
which is
cheapest
probably
soy
a problem.
coffee, but large.
Yeah, so one small filter coffee and one large filter coffee.
Okay, do you order genuine coffee?
No, it's whatever
Okay.
their soy regular coffee. Like they're
Yeah.
I assume they don't list it as soy coffee. They or soy calf. I assume like here because it's soy bucks, they list it as coffee with air quotes.
Yeah,
Havoc-
it'll be something like that.
Make
As
it more-
much as she's irresponsible with most things, she immediately pays her debt. So like if you buy her coffee, she will immediately send you the credits back for it.
Yeah, so you place the order, you say, oh, Havoc, I've got you something in AR, and then immediately it just appears like Fornoyan appears in your vision and goes
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, I think Mimi never asks, but Havoc always has money for whatever we need.
Mimi does not ask.
And thus
That's-
goes the entire conversation about Havoc's unknown money source.
And
Yep.
I think that I'm guessing that Mimi has tried to search for Havoc and has not found her
Okay.
information. Yeah.
But and then that was as far as she went. She's like, you know what? I've got secrets too.
Okay.
But yeah, it's coffee, and then there's a little asterisk that tells you not actually coffee, it's soy
Yeah,
calf.
down the bottom be like, any references to coffee are entirely a reference for your imagination. Actual
Yeah.
coffee may be substituted at the will of the barristers for, there we go.
Yeah.
Sorry,
And then she
baristas,
goes
not
up to
barristers.
Officer
That'd be
Bate.
weird. Yeah, you go over to Officer Bate. Officer Bate immediately stands up, looks at Havoc up and down, definitely doing the cop, is this person a threat? And you see the whole, probably fine because she's with you, but she definitely just moves her coat slightly to the side.
Game recognizes game.
She's checking me out. Havoc winks at her. She like takes her glasses down. She winks at her,
Yes!
puts her sunglasses down.
Officer Bate!
back. Yeah.
Officer
Hey, you
Bate
know
is a
what?
little
You're
bit taken
single and
aback.
ready to mingle.
Yep. Havoc, by the way, your AR is definitely flagging 2 people in here who are single and who are also ready to mingle as listed on their dating profiles, and it's just telling you that they're approachable.
Okay, so while they're doing their small talk at the beginning, I'm looking through those profiles.
Okay.
Officer Bate.
Mimi? How do you... Okay?
I'm fine. Should I not be?
Small talk. Look, I need a job done.
Oh, normally the small talk is, how are you doing well, or how are you doing, not are you okay? Sorry.
I
What do
always
you-
go with, how's it, Greg?
You don't
That's what
normally-
Havoc says as she interjects.
Okay,
This is
thank you for the
Havoc.
advice.
She's my associate.
Havoc?
She's single.
She's single and she's ready to mingle. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, was that what you were doing here? We were hooking this up?
So I've noticed. We see from her point of view as Officer Bate looks at Havoc, the profile pops up just from the sin and it says single ready to mingle as the tagline on the sin.
Yeah. You
Looks
don't
her-
normally contact me. Is everything all right on your end?
I need a favor done.
Right. I suppose I do owe you. What do you need?
The Star have picked up someone that I was hoping to pin a few unsolved crimes on. And I'd like to have them in my custody and not theirs.
She works for Knight Errant, right?
Yep.
Mimi like internally rolls her eyes and just like, corpse. You don't want them stealing your thunder.
I don't want them putting someone away for a misdemeanor when they can be put away for something much worse.
That they may or may not have done.
I'm pretty sure they've done it. If I can just get them into an interrogation room, I can prove it. But the Star won't hand them over because they're in the Glasgow area. They run Glasgow.
So,
We run Edinburgh.
I need to. steal someone from Lone Star's prison.
What kind of proof do you need?
I don't need any proof from you. I want to be able to do this properly and by the book. I just need them.
Mimi's like, by the book.
Right?
I know what interrogation rooms are.
That's even easier. Do you know where they're frequent?
As far as I know, I can give you the address, but I believe Lone Star are going to be picking them up shortly.
So they're not in custody yet.
Not yet.
You want us to get them to your custody before they get to Knight Errant's custody. Or sorry, Lone Star's custody.
That would be the preferable one. Of course, I can't do this.
Naturally.
But people like you specialize in this.
Got to make money, don't I?
Listen, I can't pay much. I've only got a cop's salary.
I know.
I can offer you 509 each.
And a favor.
You didn't tell me that part. I say to you.
That's what we deal in. Favors. You'll get me information when I need it sometime, and I'll do this job for you. You're asking me to go up against Lone Star.
Make a charisma persuasion check. Charisma influence, sorry. Now influence. They've changed all the skills.
Right.
How much Noyan was it?
500 each she was offering.
500 each, okay.
Do I have any edge in that situation? Just so I know.
Probably not, because you've gone to her a lot, so right now you're pretty much on an even footing.
That's kind of what I figured. All right, let's big money, no whammies.
Wow,
No.
that is not a great roll. Okay,
Oh no.
look, I can offer you 509 each, or if you want a favor, call it 309 each, and I can offer you a favor as well. Nothing crazy. I can't get anyone out of custody or anything like that.
I just need information from you every so often.
Okay, 309 each, and next time you want a favor, it's done.
Look. We're here doing you a favor. You want us to do this for you? Knock it back up. Give her the favor.
Oh, you're trying to muscle this.
Make a she is the edge in this situation because you're new and she's a cop and she knows Mimi.
Mhm.
So make a same test, so it would be charisma, influence, but a -1 dice, because effectively you as a team have already tried, so it would be a -1 dice on the test.
Yeah, sure. 3 hits.
Okay, I'm gonna have to roll for her in this defense situation. Let's see.
I don't think Mimi's like a charismatic character. I'm like oddly
Hilarious.
charismatic, but in like a trash panda way.
My charisma's 5.
Oh yeah.
Surprisingly, both of you are not that bad at charisma.
Yeah, we're actually not that bad. I didn't realize that.
I rolled no hits on 8 dice. No, 7 dice.
Also, I think
Yeah.
you're doing like your character's Scottish, right? That's what.
Yeah.
I'm
Look.
Irish.
Fine, 459 each, and I'll give you the favor as well.
I kind of look at her. I'm like, at least I tried.
I'll take it.
I know you normally
Sounds
ask
right.
for more.
So, you want us to get someone before Knight Errant does?
Yeah.
Lone Star. I keep getting them confused. The new unit is not.
This,
What's our timeline? Please tell me it's less than, not less than 24 hours.
Yeah, it's definitely less than 24 hours. I only found out they were going to pick him up a couple of hours ago.
Is the raid tonight?
They're probably picking him up any time from now until, and maybe an hour's time. They're going to have to act fast. That said, they might take their time picking him up. The drive back to the precinct house is a while. He's only just over the border in the sprawl.
You should have mentioned that at the beginning. Maybe you should knock it back up to the 500.
I'd already accepted now, haven't you? So
Tacking
Fine.
on expenses.
listen,
What's the
I
location? Where's he at? Who
sends
is he?
you over AR map location. As you can tell, it's straight over the dividing line by maybe 300 meters into the Glasgow section of the sprawl. The closest Star Precinct house is a good at least 15 miles drive. So even if the star got to him, they'd have to go 15 miles back. And the roads aren't great in that section of the sprawl. Certainly for a car, a bike can get there a lot faster, actually, surprisingly. She also sends you a full work on this guy. It's very redacted, but there are sections. It appears to be a very... It's a runner wannabe by the name of Blackbane.
Mimi just laughs when she reads the name.
You'd read in between the lines and see this is effectively someone who was a ganger, now is a jumped up Shadowrun wannabe, wanted for several alleged murders, including one cop.
He's gonna have a fun time in an interrogation room. What is Lone Star trying to pin on him?
Breaking and entering.
Of what?
Breaking and entering into a flat to steal a gun in the Glasgow section from probably 2.5 years ago. It's a power play.
Yeah. So, do we need to get him all the way to your offices, or can we just get him across the border?
Don't get
If
him
you
to
can
my
give me a
office.
pickup location, that makes this a lot easier.
I can pick up wherever you want to on my side of the line.
Great.
Just let him loose and just happen to be there. I'll arrest him. And I just happen to be in the right place at the right time.
You can take care of that part. So I think the first thing Mimi's gonna do is she has an address for where he lives, right?
Where he's currently residing, yeah.
Okay. So she's gonna run a quick area search on that and get an idea, just place it on a map in relation to the border into Edinburgh, to know exactly how far they're gonna have to take him, what would be the most efficient route, and where would be the best place for them to meet up with
Like a pickup location, yeah.
Bate. To minimize just the amount of time they have to drag this person.
Sure. Do you have any knowledge skills related to the Scotsprawl area, specifically Edinburgh, but also Glasgow, or just the sprawl would work?
No, my knowledge skills are mostly digital things.
In which case, feel free to roll me a straight up logic intuition.
Cool. Logic and intuition?
What's it normally? It's logic intuition, right?
I was gonna run this as a matrix search for
it's a
perception.
matrix search. Okay,
Yeah,
feel
I was
free.
gonna be pull
Yeah.
up the map and plug his location in and then try and do some digital optimization.
All right, everybody,
Go for
sit
it.
back for 20 minutes. She's hacking.
No, this isn't hacking. This is
No, I'm just
I was gonna
kidding.
run this as matrix perception.
Bear in mind
I can
that
run logic and intuition.
Matrix searches are less accurate for the sprawl location, but you can totally go for it.
Okay. I mean, I assume the maps exist on the matrix.
True. It's just some of the areas might be no-go zones or blocked off by gangs or...
Yeah. That's fair.
When it comes to sprawl,
okay,
local
so
knowledge is a lot better generally.
Let's do this is perception and logic.
Yep. As Mimi rolls that, I will quickly tell you about the police departments. Generally, all the police in Shadowrun has been subsidized out to corporations. Knight Errant belong to Ares Macro Technology, one of the megacorps of the world, and they are one of the bigger policing organizations. The other one is Lone Star, which is a corporation in and of itself. It is a AA corporation, so just below mega corporation, and they are initially founded in the Confederate American States. Here, Lone Star run one side of the sprawl and Knight Errant run the other. Lone Star running the Glasgow section and Knight Errant running the section belonging to Edinburgh. And they have pissing contests a lot.
Ignore that roll. I rolled the wrong thing for matrix perception. This is hopefully going to be better. It's electronics and intuition. One better. 5 hits for matrix perception.
Yeah, you have a pretty detailed map of the area. You can see that it's like 300 meters from his current address over the line, and there's probably a few good places over that line to do a pickup, a few back alleys that are out of the way, there's a couple of open squares, wherever you really need to do. There's also like an abandoned warehouse within range.
Oh, I do like abandoned warehouses.
Classics. There's also, with 5
Alleys
successes,
are good too.
you also know the very likely probable route that a car would take from that address to the closest Star Precinct house.
I don't want to hack Lone Star, but it's very tempting. Oh, She could hack their van and give them the wrong address, but she would have to know the van that they're in. Like, she would have to find the van first. That would be overly complicated. Let's just try and beat them there. So I think she turns to the other two and says, she'd identify, like, she kind of provides options like abandoned warehouse or an alleyway for the meet location. What would work better for you?
Abandoned warehouse would work better. Less people can oversee.
All right. So, and then she pulls up the location. This will be the meet. As soon as we have him, I'm going to message you.
Okay.
Does he need to be conscious when he gets there?
It would look better if he was. That way I can always say that I didn't beat him up to take him into custody. But if he is unconscious and you look beaten up, looks at Havoc, that works too.
What if he's unconscious, but he doesn't look like it?
Questions might be asked about why he's unconscious when I hand him in.
I could probably wake him up in time.
Look, whatever works for you, I'm happy with, provided he gets here and there's not too many questions asked.
Right.
Fair enough.
So I have his address. I say we go there now and bag and grab. She looks at Havoc.
Havoc nods, sets down her coffee that she's already drank, the whole thing.
It's big, like extra large. It's meant for the road and for trolls, and he's just gone.
Like, maybe can't really think of a better. Yeah, she'd be like, I don't really have a better way of doing this right now, given that time is of the essence. We don't really have time to set anything up. I'll scan for whatever digital securities you might have on site.
I don't think it will.
Sounds easy enough.
Fair enough. Anyway, thank you. I'm gonna head off and let you do your thing. Try not to kill any Lone Star. I know they're starred, but they're still... She just walks away.
There's still what? Maybe waits for the answer.
She leaves. She just leaves.
Havoc's also curious what the answer is. Well, she's just gonna leave us like that?
That was very rude.
Hey, excuse me. Guy taps Havoc on the back.
What?
Your profile says you're single. Nice to meet you. The name's Dave.
You know my kind. I kind of like offer Mimi a hand.
I feel like Mimi's done this before, and she's like, sorry, we're already on a date.
I push in the chair for her.
Oh, okay, sorry. You might want to change your profile then. Sorry, he leaves.
And I think that the two of us go out there giggling.
Oh, for sure. That was a delight. So, Mimi looks at the bike. Bollocks.
Yeah, it's in, got to keep up the appearances, I suppose.
So, in relation to where, because we live in the middle area.
Yep.
We're on the far side, so theoretically it would be going past our place to get to his place would not
Yeah,
be,
you could take a detour past your place. It would be vaguely en route.
So, we're going to pick
Let's
up
grab
the
the
van.
van.
All right. Yeah, so we're going to head back and get the van.
Okay. You drive back. The van's still there. You get in. As the throttle is turned, Mimi, you see the little dog and you pet midair. And he goes, oh, yes.
What are you doing?
Oh, nothing. Just dusting. She like wipes the dashboard.
Okay. And you drive
I
off.
think Havoc just like shakes her head at her and starts up the vehicle.
I got some, like, yeah, Mimi grabs the rest of her weapons, which is one additional weapon. So she's got a pistol and a holdout, and she's gonna load up Stick and Shock for both of them, at least initially.
I think Havoc's got like armored clothing with an armored jacket. She has like combat knives that are just like in her jacket. She's got like an extendable baton that's sitting around her belt loop. She has forearm snap blades that are like in her jacket. She's got some throwing blades that are like in one of her side jackets.
Petition to rename Maggie's character to Arsenal.
And I think maybe she'll probably bring the. I don't think she's gonna bring the shotgun.
No?
Yeah, maybe for intimidation factor. Sure. The shotgun.
Okay, what ammo does the shotgun have in it?
How many does the shotgun have in it?
What ammo does it? What type?
Oh, let me look.
If it isn't listed, it'll be standard ammo.
I think it's standard.
Okay. In which case, the shotgun is full of
I
buckshot.
think this is the Mossberg, right? It's SA and BF.
No, that's just the fire modes. So yeah, it's just full of buckshot. And there's nothing else listed. Okay. You head
I
off.
get 20 ammo. Or 200 ammo? 200 ammo. There we go. Or no, 20. Yeah. Because it takes 10 in the shot.
Yeah. So.
Before I have to reload.
You head off.
Oh, that's not all the weapons she has, by the way.
It really isn't.
The rest are just in the van.
Takes you maybe half an hour total to do the meeting, to travel back, to change vehicles, and to travel over. Are you going to try and travel extra fast? In which case you could try and speed.
I feel like we were under the impression that time was indeed of the essence.
Yeah, I think Havoc's being pretty quick. There's probably other stuff that's in her van that maybe shouldn't be, but she's just keeping it in there because we got to go.
Is there like a back alley connected to or near this building of this person's place?
There'd be a couple, yeah. It's a relatively rundown area.
In which case, then, yeah, Mimi will tag a location that was like the closest back alley to park the van in, because we don't want to leave the van on the street and drag a person unconscious out of their apartment into it.
Yeah, he's probably in like a third floor apartment, and there's an alley right under like his window.
Perfect.
Yes, he can fall 3 stories. No, he might not survive.
Rope.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got
Fair.
rope.
That was more aimed at Havoc. Right, in which case, if you can
I'm
make
not
me...
going to defenestrate him. I mean, I might, but he's
I
going to have a
definitely
rope.
got some rope. I actually have rope that will just do what I say. It's handy.
True. Right.
It's handy for a lot of things.
Right, in which case, can you make me a reaction piloting roll?
Oh god, yeah. It's gonna be bad.
What's your piloting?
Shh, don't touch. It's fine. We're fine. We're gonna die.
No, your reaction has to be higher than that.
Yeah, your reaction has to be higher than that.
Oh, it is higher than that.
Yeah.
Well, it's 3.
In which case, you'd be rolling 3 plus your piloting, which I believe is...
I don't have anything piloting.
Oh, roll me just an extra dice. Just use some
Oh
acro.
no, if you have a 0 in piloting,
yeah, you get -1.
no, then that's
yeah,
correct.
it is 2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
right.
totally correct.
Wait, I thought you had piloting skills.
No, I don't have piloting skills.
Someone else's character.
Okay,
Someone else is our pilot. I just have the van.
Havoc.
It's not Mimi. It would be better if the sprite drove the van.
Havoc. As you begin to back the van out,
I'm not actually supposed to be driving the van in the scenario.
the
of our actual run.
AR pops up and it says, "Do you want to engage grid guide?" And you're like, "No, I don't need grid guide. I need to get there fast."
I got this.
Gotta
I'm
get there
probably
fast,
drunk
right?
at this point. That's why.
True. Did you drink the grain alcohol on the way past?
Don't drink and drive, people. That's not just.
Did you drink the grain alcohol?
No, I didn't drink that.
Okay, just
No,
checking.
it's just the beer.
Yeah. So, to be honest, you are not going to be drunk on that beer. Not with your
I know, I'm
body.
just
Not with your body. Oh god, it would take a lot to get you drunk. I did the maths on trolls. It's a lot. You're probably similar. So
I
with
basically. Oh my gosh, I could bet trolls and like get mad money off them.
that, your body isn't high enough to beat them, but it wouldn't be bad for you.
We'll leave it up to RNG, okay? E.
Sure. They get a lot of bonuses for body size. It takes a lot. But yeah, so you back out. You disable the grid guide. You don't need that. Grid guide being the autopilot that nearly everyone uses. And you head out. And you immediately get yourself stuck behind a traffic jam that grid guide was trying to warn you about. You have to go around. You go around for a while. You're maybe not as familiar with the area. You get stuck a few times. You find dead ends. You find an area where there's a barricade being erected by people who are trying to prevent corporations from taking over their block. And it takes you about an hour and a half. What was maybe a 45-minute journey on Grid Guide has got considerably longer.
Sorry.
Fuck.
Make me
It's fine.
intuition perception rolls.
Yeah.
Mimi.
Intuition perception?
Yes.
2
Mimi,
hits.
as Havoc's driving and she ends up
2
getting
hits.
stuck over and over again, from the front of the van you hear a, "Oh no. Oh no."
She turned off Grid Guide, didn't she? She's like mentally
Oh,
talking to the
yes.
sprite.
Okay. Both of you see as you get towards the building, an officer standing up front. Thumbs in his waistband, revolver at his side, classic star imagery of a Lone Star officer. You can also see another 1 or 2 moving about inside through windows and through doorways. It appears that they have found the building and they are doing a search. There's 3 cop cars out front parked.
Well,
Looks like we got company.
Yes. Lone Star is here. And she like gestures up at the building like they're in the alleyway. Do I have an apartment number for him?
Yep.
Or anything?
Which room is he in?
Apartment 37.
Can we see its window?
If you drive into the alleyway, yes, you would have to drive pretty much within line of sight of the cops. There would be some sort of test involved there to make sure they're not gonna be twigging to the fact that someone's just driven into a blind spot alleyway next to the building. And then you can
Yeah,
see
that
up
makes
to the window.
How do you feel about climbing?
Great.
I can what does she see? Okay, on the Matrix, what does Mimi see? In terms of like their comlinks and things like that. They all have
Yeah,
active
they're little
comlinks.
comlinks that are
Ooh, could you
active.
hack into their comlinks and listen?
How many can I see? Do you want me to roll a perception for that?
Yeah, Matrix perception. You'll also see that the building is flagged with a big Lone Star symbol that says active search underway. Any information that may be useful to officers, please approach
5
officers
hits.
and tell them.
How many officers are there?
There are 6.
Nice.
Okay.
6.
Can I tell which one's in charge? Like, would they be like
yeah,
like
no,
senior
one-
officer, junior officer?
Yeah, there'd be a sergeant.
Okay, so I can see who's in charge.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try and send them a message. I want it to look like it comes from Lone Star, and I want them to
my.
think that they have the wrong location.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm gonna send it to the sergeant.
I will wait then. I'm just going to keep watch and see if anything changes, then I will kind of alert her.
Cool.
In
All
AR.
right. So let me look up what I have to do for this.
Okay.
I think I need to spoof a command. No, that's sending a. I just. Oh God! I feel like there's a lot of options for what this could be.
Do you want to spoof the back
Okay.
door?
I don't need a hack. That's the thing is I am trying to send them a message that makes them think it comes from somewhere else. And that isn't. That's not really a thing.
They changed a lot of things in 6th edition.
Let me pull up sprite abilities. Sorry. Give me a second. Well, like, I feel like we also have time is of the essence. So does Havoc want to prep anything while I'm...
Assault 6 cops.
I mean, I feel like Havoc can do it.
It's actually a maybe, yeah.
Do you want me to, though? That's the question. I'm pretty sure I can assault 6 cops as well, but I don't think that's a good idea for us for this run. But if they don't see me coming, then maybe. If
Okay,
it comes to that, I will find a way.
Let me just tell Josh and Bentham that their prologue next week is cancelled and it's just going to be Havoc fighting 6
That's
cops.
just the episode 1. I mean, I don't
Yeah, I think
really
all I'm doing kind of
know-
while you're doing this is kind of keeping
Yeah.
watch, and if something changes, notifying you in AR.
I think it would. Oh God, I'm trying to feel like. I feel like I would be sending the file, and then I'm trying to. Essentially, like the sending of the file is not going to be difficult. It's the making it look like it came from somewhere else. It makes me feel like it should be spoof command, but it's not actually spoof command.
It feels like a spoof command.
I think that's kind of the equivalent. Spoof command is basically you initiate a command, like I tell them, like, do this thing, and then it makes it think it came from somewhere else. I'll read you the text on spoof
Hi,
command.
welcome to Shadowrun 6th edition. We've already homebrewed a lot of it to make it work. We're also going to homebrew this. We're going to allow
This wasn't something that really existed in 5th edition either, though. Like, you can just, like, I
You
can
hack
change
in,
my
and then you'd have
But-
marks, right? And then you'd have to
There's
like
no marks anymore.
edit. You'd have to edit the.
Well, I mean, the other thing it could do is
It's
if they
spoofing.
have like a
You'd be
file,
spoofing, and then you'd be editing, and then you'd be backing
I
out.
could edit the file that they have. Like that part's, I could edit whatever, but I'm trying to send them a new one being like, oh, we have the wrong information. Here's an updated address.
Yeah, edit the
Which is
location.
editing the file that they already have.
Would getting some basic information help first? Because if
Yes,
so,
sure.
you could totally hack into their radio, because they don't use radio, they just use a matrix VoIP
Yeah.
service effectively. And if you want to hack into that and listen, you totally could.
Oh, that's easy. Yeah, sure. Let's do a snoop. That one is a thing. Cracking and logic. You're gonna roll logic and firewall or data processing and firewall if it's not protected.
Processing plus
Let me.
firewall. Two hits.
Okay, my attack rating is 14. Do I have edge?
You definitely have edge.
Great.
Take one point of
Okay.
edge.
Cracking and logic. Let's roll this sucker. Wait, nope. That is also the wrong roll because that is just my logic. Sorry, I forgot I had to do this on the macro because it's cracking. Math is hard, logic is 7, cracking is 5,
12.
that's 13?
12.
12. Math is hard. I rolled 12 dice and I got 1 hit.
Do you wish to use edge?
I am going to use both points of edge, I guess mine and the other one, because I can't just up a dice, so I need to use 2 points of edge to reroll.
Reroll. One
Wow,
dice.
that's rough.
Yeah, that's a bad roll. Reroll that one dice. It's
5,
a hit.
okay, 2 hits.
2v2. So effectively, it doesn't work, but no one's alerted.
Yep.
Would you like to try again?
I would, because I feel like even 11 dice, I'm still likely to get better than 1 hit.
You say that, but
Um,
dear God, those dice.
That was really rough. Also,
2
my
hits.
Overwatch score is 2 now because it goes up by 1.
Yep.
2 hits. Great. Okay, let me mark the fact that I don't have that point of edge.
I believe in you. You can do it. You can.
All right. 11 dice. 11 dice.
Edge has
Big money,
changed a
no
lot.
whammies.
Ooh. Oh my god.
I am going to use that 1 point of edge that I still have because my attack rating is 14
Yep.
to up that 4 to a 5, so I get 3 hits.
Okay, so you do win. The first time
Finally.
around,
Oh
you
my
try and
gosh.
hack in, but you're somewhat taken aback by the new encryption on the Lone Star frequencies that you aren't used to. And because of that, you almost get caught. The second time around, you just about manage to see an exploit, and you just quickly dive in, open it wide enough that you can effectively make yourself a virtual comlink in their network, from which you can stream their audio as it plays. Do any of you have any language or knowledge skills related to cops?
No, but I got a cop buddy as a contact.
Just send them the whole conversation. Also, not that I want us to painfully go through all of this, but technically I needed to get admin access to that before I could snoop the command.
Okay, then roll me for admin access.
I mean, I have to brute force because I don't have time to probe the back door.
Yeah, you brute force that.
They're gonna know. Okay, so cracking and logic. This one is against willpower and firewall. Are you okay? Wrong thing. Gotta use the macro. Use the macro, Lauren.
My
Use
God,
macro.
that would have been a
5
critical
hits.
glitch.
5 hits.
That would have been a critical glitch.
Oh my
Hi,
gosh.
so in Shadowrun, each dice you roll is a single dice, and then each time you get more dice, you get more dice. Each dice is a d6, it has 6 sides. Each 5 and 6 counts as a hit. Anything less than that is not a hit. Each hit is then added up to give you how many hits you got. If you get more than half your dice pool as ones, and you get some hits, it's a glitch. It's like you do a thing, but a slightly bad thing happens. If you get no hits, but you get more than half of your dice pool as ones, that's a critical glitch. That means a very bad thing has happened. So, with that, 5 hits, you do get the admin, then you get the snoop, so you do allow yourself to get access to the Lone Star feed. With that, make me... this would be a... Call it an intuition charisma, just to try and get the gist of the language going back and forth on the Lone Star channels, because it is in star lingo. Shorthand.
7 hits. I know everything they're saying.
You know what? Maybe you should just become an interpreter and not a hacker. Like, that doesn't seem to be your calling right now.
What the fuck is this RNG nonsense?
Yeah. So with that...
What are they saying?
You have a cop buddy. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, maybe let's see pictures.
But I feel like one of the devices she has in like her trash pile is probably some old like cop radio, and so she's just like spent time like sitting there listening to it, being like, "Huh, wonder what they're saying." Looking it up.
With that, you do hear their entire conversation and manage to process it. The gist is that Blackbane is in custody and they'll be transporting him shortly, and they're just searching the apartment for any evidence or any incriminating information. They've also arrested another man with Blackbane, but they're going to be letting him go as they've got nothing to hold him on.
Ah, so he is not with these officers.
Blackbane is.
Oh.
Yeah, they have him in custody, is what he just said.
Yeah.
Do I have an idea which car he's in?
He's not in a car yet. He's still up in the building, as far as you can tell.
Oh, he's in their custody.
Yeah.
They have him.
They're searching the room right now.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. So, with all of that information, Mimi kind of turns to Havoc. So, they have him in custody already, and they're searching the apartment, so I think he's going to be here for a touch longer before they drive him away somewhere, and I'd rather get him while he's here than further away.
We do plan B then.
There's at least 6 cops. Do you really want to fight all 6 of them? Sorry, let me rephrase that. Do you really think we should fight all 6 of them? I know you want to.
She kind of like gives her like a look and is like, what do you propose?
I don't know, I was hoping you might have a different idea. I could still try my original idea, which was to send them some sort of call signal, try and pull some of them away. If they've already arrested him, they might be willing to remove personnel.
While you do that, why don't I make my way in? No waste time.
All right. I'll try and back you up on the inside. At the very least, I can definitely mess with some of their electronics, the usual.
Okay. You also do know, because you got semi-success on the earlier test, the probable route they'd be taking to the station. So you know the route they'd go back.
What's the rating on all their cars?
Probably 4.
Okay.
Like, I imagine cars are normally a 3 with a +1 because they're souped up a little.
Yeah, because they're like cop cars. Let's see if we can pull some of them away. How do you feel about slashing tires? They're probably the drive without.
Neither of you have any knowledge related to cops, right?
No.
Cool.
No, I
you
would
have no
assume that
idea
they would
about what
have.
their cars have in way of abilities.
I assume ours has like slash proof tires, or we should have slash proof
You
tires.
should probably get those. There isn't a book for those yet because that's a splat book, so we can always invent them.
Do you want to head in? And I'll see what I can do out here. I feel like we're short on time, so we kind of need to move fast anyway.
I'm out of it. I'm gonna stealth. I'm gonna go through the alleyway and climb up the wall.
Okay. I think we might take an early break here because things might kick off at any point now. So we're going to take an 8-minute break. It's a little bit earlier than usual. But when we get back, things might go very wrong or possibly very right.
Look, we got fucked when we failed that piloting roll, so we're screwed from the beginning.
I'll tell you now, the complication on the run, because there's always a complication on the run, is the cops are already there. The piloting roll meant that when you get there, they're literally about to move him, as opposed to they're just beginning a search.
They're just at the door. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
I'm not the pilot in our 4-man running group. Technically.
No, that's the dog apparently.
No, I think it's Concord.
The dog would be better. Maybe not than Concord. Concord is actually better than the dog. Anyway, we're going to do a short break, enjoy some fan art, and back shortly.
Third prequel with our new characters.
Hello, and welcome back to Shadowrun 6th edition Twilight Sins, where our team of runners, Mimi and Havoc, are about to try and take someone out of Lone Star custody. So, quickly, what's the plan you've currently got?
I believe plan A is Mimi attempts to send a signal or message to the cops that make them think that there is an incident happening nearby that at least some of them need to leave for. And so that hopefully we will reduce their numbers. And then depending on how far we can successfully reduce their numbers, we're going to do a smash and grab or bag and grab and bag and smash, in which we knock out the guy and grab him and probably knock out whatever other Lone Star guards are with him. If that fails, plan 2 is that when they get him into the vehicle, I'm going to hack the vehicle and then crash the vehicle into like a wall or something, and then we'll get him out of the vehicle and deal with whatever guards are in there.
Okay. In which case, Mimi.
So this is going to rely on Havoc's making the decision in the moment of whether or not she can take out all of the Lone Star guards.
I realize that. It's a great plan. Mimi, you're going to start your hacking, but Havoc, as you're approaching the building, please make me an agility stealth roll.
Yeah. All right. Here's my agility stealth. 3 hits. I rolled all of that. I only got 3 hits. Today is not our day. Woo! Oh, you're gonna roll for all of them?
No, only
like
the ones who can
roll?
see you.
Only the ones that can see me.
Yeah, the guy at the front can see you without an obstructive line of sight, so he rolled full. The other 2 have to see you like out windows, so they get a minus. But yeah, you
Fair
make
enough.
it into the back alley. You can see the side of the building. You can see roughly the window you think is the one that his room probably is. And from what you can tell, you're pretty hidden in this back alley.
Okay. So I can see the window up. It's up higher, right?
Yep, it would
I'm
be
gonna
up a few
pull out
stories.
my Omeric rope, and I'm gonna try to like get it to go hook onto something up there. Or I guess it can move, right? And then it can wrap around on something.
Sure.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It moves at a rate of 2 meters per combat round.
So 2 meters every 3 seconds. It's a pretty fast piece of rope. It takes less than a minute for it to go up and try and find something to latch onto. It probably has to go higher than the window itself, and it probably hooks onto something of the guttering up top. It's not great. Like, there's no good handholds. It's the side of an apartment building, so there's nothing amazing for it to hang onto. But it does find the guttering. It's shaky, but it'll probably hold.
And for those of you who are wondering why it says untrained, it means that you can roll that when it's even if you're untrained. I am trained in this. It's just the way that our
slightly
sheets
odd
work.
phrasing, but
Yeah, it's slightly odd phrasing, but I see the chat comments regarding that.
Yeah, I'll probably remove that just to simplify the roll, and so we don't have the questions in future.
yeah, it probably
there's
needs to
no
be the other way around, where it's like certain abilities you can only use when you're trained.
By the way, these amazing sheets are made by Etoile Line, so if you see Etoile in chat, like, massive thumbs up. Thank
mad
you.
shout out. Etoile Line makes awesome sheets, so thank you.
Right. Would you like to climb up to the window?
Yeah, can I use athletics for that?
Yes, it would definitely be an athletics roll, and I think in this case, because you're just going hand over hand up a piece of rope, strength athletics.
Just what?
Strength athletics.
Oh, strength athletics.
Yeah, because you're just going hand over hand up a piece of rope. It's not really an agile thing, it's sheer body strength.
I get less dice with that.
But the threshold is easier.
Yeah. I just have a higher agility because everything has agility in 6th edition instead of
6th edition. Hi, welcome to. We made a strength an attribute, but we forgot it to put it in anywhere in the
it's
entire
nothing.
game.
Strength isn't nothing. It's crazy.
Hi, we've
2
homebrewed
hits.
that already.
I definitely knew I wasn't going to hit as well with the strength. I thought it was going to be
That's fine. You have the
agility.
rope. You can move up a little bit. It just means you'll need to test again to keep going. So roll again.
Okay, strength again.
Yeah, you make 1 floor.
Okay, let me just 1 hit.
You don't really make
We're not
much
rolling
progress.
well today.
Feel free to roll again.
2 hits.
Okay, you make it up 2 floors. There's 2 more to go.
Woo. This is the
Roll again.
episode where Mimi and Havoc barely make it.
I just want you to get that last roll and then critical glitch, because that'll mean you're full all the way.
No.
Okay.
So cruelly. Okay, I make it to the window. I'm gonna look in the window. What do I see?
No, you're up to the second. You need to get all the way up to 4. So you need to roll some more. You're halfway.
Okay, so I gotta keep rolling.
Mm-hmm.
4 hits?
Yeah, you make an entire floor quite quickly in barely 3 seconds. Roll again.
2 hits.
Yeah, I'll say with that, you manage to just about get to the bottom of the window.
Okay. I have to do one more then.
No, you can see in the bottom of the window. It's maybe not the best entry point, but you can definitely see in. So if you want to peek in, feel free. Make a stealth.
I'd like to peek in.
Stealth, agility.
Stealth agility.
No, stealth agility, but they will have the edge here because you're attempting to peek in while attached to a rope that doesn't give you much leeway.
5 hits.
I will roll for them, but bloody hell.
Yeah.
I love we're either like, yeah or fuck on our rolls today.
But watch, he's gonna roll amazing all of a sudden.
3 successes versus your 5. You quickly peek in.
Okay.
You can see a boy in there, looks to be between 16 and 18, shaven head with like small like tufts of hair.
Really? It's like a kid?
That's not Solidus. That's not Blackbane. That's Solidus. The guy they were interviewing who is no relation they're not holding.
Oh, okay. So I see this little kid and then an officer talking to him.
Yep. You do not see anyone else in the room. The officer seems to be finishing up as he seems to just talk to the guy and then pat him on the shoulder and give him a stern look, which kind of is the whole, yeah, I know your face now.
Okay.
The room's a mess, by the way.
Are they facing towards me or away from me, or what direction are they looking?
They're facing, like, if you're looking this way, they're facing left and right. The officer's kind of almost in the doorway, like he's about to leave. The guy is slightly into the way.
Assassin's Creed her way through this, isn't she?
There is not a useful pile of hay.
I'm gonna wait for the police officer. Is he like sitting in a chair or standing? The kid.
He's about to leave. The kid is standing as well.
Okay.
He's got one arm across his body, holding his other arm, like a little bit like nervous.
Okay, I'm gonna wait for the police officer to. Well, is there another window that goes into this place?
In this room, no. In the apartment block, plenty.
This is just one room in the apartment, though.
This is one room into this apartment. This is one window into this room. The apartments are really small. It's a very crappy apartment block, so you don't know.
Okay, so there's not like another window that I can go into.
You have no idea. You do not have a floor plan.
I will AR relay what I'm seeing to you because I have like a ridiculous comlink.
Do you have any? What do you have for your eyes? Is it
Image link?
Image link?
Yeah, I have image link.
Yeah, in which case, yeah, you send that over to Mimi. It pops up in your vision.
Yeah, I have smart link, vision magnification. Oh, I have big vision magnification too.
Do you have image link?
Yeah, I have image link.
Yeah, in which case, yeah, it sends over to Mimi.
I have R4 glasses.
Okay, Mimi, you get the feed.
Fuck, if he's not in there. He must be somewhere else in the building. Probably about to be exited from the building into one of the vehicles. All right, I think we should just go straight with plan 2.
The officer turns and leaves the room.
I hack the car, we crash the car, we get him out of the car.
What floor do you think he's on?
Well, if he was on the 3rd floor and he's making his way down, he's probably on one of the other floors, or he could still be on the 3rd floor. I don't know. It's not like I can geometrically track your comlink through space. I've told you this before. This isn't that one movie you made me watch from the Tridios. It's not Minority Report.
That's such an old classic. It predicted a lot of things.
Maybe it should be, okay? And then I think that it's like, does Havoc go through? Or does she, because I kind of want to just like go in and like go down every floor.
Mimi, you see 2 cops exit the front.
Do they have someone with them?
No, but they seem to be standing next to the cars. One of them's got a shotgun.
Two of them just exited the building. They're standing by the car. They don't have him, which means he's
I'm
still
gonna
in
use
the building.
the rope to go down to like the first floor, like kind of slide down the rope and go to the.
Okay. Is this British or American first floor? Because we have ground first, second, third. Yes, our system is stupid.
Okay, ground.
Okay, you go all the way down. Make me a very quick. This will be an agility roll. Agility athletics.
Slide.
5 hits.
It takes you about all of 6 seconds to go from where you are to the ground floor. Your rope begins to uncoil itself and just falls down. You catch it.
Can I see through a window in there on that floor?
Totally. Make a stealth agility roll.
Two hits.
Okay, and make me a perception intuition roll.
2 hits.
You look in, there's 2 people in there, just on the sofa, heads lolled back, seemingly out of it, moving occasionally.
What do you mean, seemingly out of it?
Put it this way,
Probably a big
technically they're conscious, but they don't appear to be perceiving anything.
Someone slaughtered something.
Someone what?
Slaughtered. They slaughtered BTLs.
Oh yeah. So they're like,
They're basically high.
yeah.
IAF, yes.
I think I'm gonna open the window and go through.
Okay. The window does not open from the outside,
Why not?
because windows generally don't open from the outside on the ground floor.
Okay, well, I'm gonna make it open.
Aye! How would you like to make it open?
I don't know. What can I do?
Strength athletics?
That was my favorite. Like, why not?
Why not? You know.
It should open for me. Don't make no.
I mean, it will open for you. It just doesn't open in the normal manner.
I have like a crowbar and shit.
Yeah, you can do a strength athletics with the crowbar. I will say you have edge in this situation.
Okay, well, I already rolled.
Okay, yeah, you would have edge in the situation. 1 hit, though. Do you want to
Do
use
you want
edge?
to use the edge to make it 2 hits?
Yeah, I used the edge to make it 2 hits.
Okay, that's 2 hits. The window, it's not a good window. Something breaks. The kind of plastic wood frame in parts, it's pretty old, just snaps and shifts upwards. Let me roll.
I also have an auto picker.
That picks locks. There is not a lock on the outside of windows, sadly.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they don't seem to notice. You break the window with a loud and audible snap.
I kind of like to imagine that there was no point where Havoc realized the window shouldn't open from the outside. She was just like, huh, some more resistance on this than I thought.
That's great. I'm gonna climb in.
Make me a stealth agility roll.
Okay. 4 hits.
I mean, I will attempt to roll for them.
Okay. Damn, they're pretty perceptive for being on drugs though. Still, for being like just common
Really?
people, I'm guessing.
Really? 4 and 3 dice? Yeah. You walk in. They do not
Because
notice you at all.
they're average Joes, right? And then they're also like high.
You're in the room.
Okay.
You notice
I'm gonna be
both of them
quiet.
have comlinks out in front of them, and they are very out of it.
I'm not paying attention to them. I'm gonna go quickly out of the place and go out through the hallway.
Quickly.
Yeah.
Okay. You get to the front door. It's locked, but you can undo the latch. Do you want to stealth, or do you want to do this quickly?
Well, I want to be stealthy and quickly. Yeah.
Okay, make a stealth agility roll.
4 hits. Ooh. Dang, that was close.
Okay. You look out into the corridor. There are 4 cops there with someone in handcuffs at the end of the corridor. You don't get into the corridor because they will definitely see you, but you look out and you can see them at the end of the corridor.
Mimi can see everything I can see. Image link.
Are you really thinking what I'm thinking you're thinking?
What do you think I'm
You're thinking that you can take out 4 cops.
I mean, I probably can.
I won't stop you. Let me see if I can get at least the 2 that are outside with shotguns to leave.
One has shotgun. One of the ones inside also has a shotgun.
Mimi doesn't need to specify that only one of them has a shotgun. She's trying to at least instill some caution into Havoc.
Sure.
Do you have grenades? You know, like stun grenades.
Who carries stun grenades?
People who might need to stun people in a corridor.
Probably the cops.
Oh yeah, 100%. Mimi will let you make the decision if you want to try and fight all 4 cops. She's gonna see if she can get the other 2 to leave.
Yeah, I'll wait till you and I'm watching the cops as they're going out.
Or she will have while you were sneaking in. That's what she was attempting to do. And then she'll leave the decision to you.
Take luck.
They do make like flashbangs. Like that's a useful thing.
I know.
Havoc not
just only has
flashbang.
murder weapons. Oh, murder weapons. No, I'm probably gonna have to get like a ton of gel rounds.
Okay, so you want me to do the hacking things?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so she relinquished her admin access to the vehicle because otherwise I was going to go up 3 Overwatch per round. So
yeah,
I didn't.
I'd assumed you'd relinquished it.
I would have been dumb shocked.
Yeah, you'd phone
She
up
doesn't
Mimi
have
in the
that,
van
but
and be
her
like, nothing.
objective now is to. I feel like it's basically spoof command, but in this case, it's spoof a message. She's trying to send a message to the comlinks and the 2 cops. Actually, honestly, probably to all of them, just like imitating Lone Star with that beautiful knowledge that she has of all of the Lone Star lingo. To be like, all personnel, we have an APB out. There's a vehicle, and she like names a location that's like far enough away, but like relatively close to them that they would be the ones to maybe go.
Like 4 or 5 blocks.
Yeah, we need all hands at this location as quickly as you can possibly get there. Even if you are in the middle of something, this is an urgent matter. They are, and she names like some sort of high profile case that she could think of, like whatever the local gang is. They killed cops. That'll fire them up.
Okay.
We have 2 cops down, 2 officers down at this location. So I'm gonna roll that. I will roll it as cracking as logic, and then you decide what you want to do in terms of the defense.
You need admin access for this?
Well, I'm sending the message to make it look like it's coming from somewhere else. So I don't think I need admin access to send them the message. But if you think
She's
I do,
already
then
in,
I can.
right? She didn't back out yet.
Like you can send anyone a message. But if you think that I need a higher, like, but then I'm trying to make it look like it's coming
security
from somewhere
clearance
else.
on it. Like to fake that level of security clearance, you'd probably need admin. Otherwise, if you just send the message, it will probably come in as just a random message without the security authorization on it.
Okay.
Does she lose admin access? Because she already had it, right?
She'll have had to drop it, or she'll have been dump shocked when she was waiting for you.
Gotcha. Okay.
I mean, I was planning on doing it as soon as she left the vehicle. Like this was like I was trying to get
we were like simultaneously doing
Sure.
things.
In which case, flashback in time. Feel free to roll it.
So this is I'll just do the spoof command then, but I don't need to do the hack again. Okay. Dice pool for this is cracking and logic, which is 12.
And you're sending it to all 6 of them.
I'm sending it to the communications thing that I was snooping on before. So presumably they're all like linked in some way. Yeah, this is going to all 6 of them, and then I assume I have edge in this situation.
Yes.
Because my thing is 14. Okay. 6 hits.
Message goes out. Okay. Havoc, you see all of them at the door momentarily pause. And there's a quick chat between them. You will hear on the
Withdraws.
comlink you have snooping on. If it was backwards in time, you would have dropped the admin access by now, right? Which means you'd have lost the hack on there. Okay, so you
Yeah, I
wouldn't hear
would
the
have. I
comms.
would have stayed long enough to get like whatever 1 or 2 messages they might have sent immediately after I sent them the
Sure,
message, which
yeah.
I assume is probably around the time Havoc is like climbing down the rope.
In which case,
or up the
you
rope
probably
or something.
get, okay, we're moving the suspect now. You two head off. We'll travel back. Get in the cars. We'll deal with him. We'll leave the other one here with nothing to hold him on.
Okay, so she will pass on the message, like as Havoc is asking, like, I think some of them are leaving. Let's see if we can get them to leave. And then hopefully we only have 2 to deal with.
When I'm looking down the hallway, can I tell like which one looks the most threatening, or like
The guy with
what
the shotgun.
like going with the shotgun? Okay.
Yeah, most
And
definitely.
the other 3 are like, are there? There's one with a shotgun. Is he holding onto the person, or?
No, the guy with the shotgun's holding just the shotgun. One of the others is holding onto the guy by the shoulder, and the other 2 are just looking around.
All right. I'm just gonna be like, as soon as she says that, I'll say, "Why so? Should I start?"
I guess she's looking at the image link. Does it look like they're separating, or are they all leaving?
They're seemingly all about to leave, like they're almost one foot out the door.
How are the 2 outside? Are they in their vehicle, or are they still leaving? Are they still there?
Both of them have got the doors open. One of them's like leaning on the roof, waiting for the others to come out, and the other one's getting in and replying to something on the radio.
Do you really think you can take down 6 Lone Star guards?
She walks out the door. I'm gonna sneak up behind them. I'm gonna go for the one with the shotgun first.
Okay, they're still looking at the corridor and so on, so make me a stealth agility roll. And the threshold is going to be pretty high. They are specifically looking into the corridor and stuff as they're leaving.
Okay.
Cops treat the sprawl as hostile terrain.
Yeah. 4 hits.
I'm so glad that was your response.
4 hits. I'm going to use edge. 5 hits. Do you have a weapon drawn?
No.
Okay. In which case, the guy with the shotgun turns around as the other 3 have started to move and leave. You there. Get back in your room. Don't stop business.
Right.
Stay in your room.
But
Stay in your room.
I need to get some soy milk.
Feel free to roll an influence charisma roll, but
Yeah, sure. 4 hits.
How?
you can get it in a minute. Don't stop business. Get back in your room.
Are the other 3 like going towards the door still?
The other 3 are already out the door, and he's stepping back, but he's just pointing at you.
I'm
and yelling.
gonna rush him.
He's a good 10 meters away.
Sure.
Like, he's at the other end of the corridor. Do you want to
Yeah.
rush him?
Yeah.
We're
Okay.
about to roll initiative, aren't we?
Yup. I would like you to roll initiative.
All right. Our initiative is. Okay. I got it.
So my plan's going to be to drop into VR
27.
first of off. But I will roll my regular initiative because I was not in VR. 9.
Oh my god!
13.
It lingered so long before I got to see what it was.
Okay. Havoc.
I've already built the costume. I can't make another character.
Lord.
Havoc. It's your turn. With your initiative, you have up to and including 2 major actions or 1 major action and 4 minors. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna do 2 major actions. I'd like to knock him out. Is basically my goal. And I'm not trying to like hurt him necessarily.
Yeah,
Just trying to knock him out.
at this point, you just have to do enough stun damage that it would take him out. The first major action would be just getting to him if you want to do it in melee. So you'd have to run up to him. You can do it with one major action.
I mean, you said he's 10 meters, so
Yeah.
I feel like that should not be a major action. That should be like a minor.
It's a major action.
So-
10 meters is a good move.
Move. I can answer this question for you.
Ooh.
Moving, you can move 10 meters, and you can only do it once per turn.
Yeah, so I can move. It's
As
a move.
As a major
Moving
action?
is
or-
a minor action.
It's a minor action.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a minor
In which
action.
case, you have one major and
my major action from me?
Lauren.
It's a major
Maggie,
action.
in which case you have one major and 3 minors left. You spend 1 minor to sprint up to him at 10 meters. You're now right next to him. You've got 3 minors and a major. What would you like to do?
Okay. With minors, I'd like to do. Let me look at these really quick. I would like to. Okay, this is. I have to do these things. So hold on. I guess aim only works with a weapon, not with like a baton. Could aim work with a baton?
A baton's a weapon, yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna use my extendable baton. Take aim.
You didn't have a weapon in your hand, so it'll be a minor action to draw that.
Yeah.
So minor action to draw
Minor
that. You've
action
got
to
2
draw it.
minors left.
Take aim. So I have 1 left.
Okay.
And I guess the other one would be. I don't know if there's a way for me to
You can wait with a minor action. You can do your major action, then a minor action afterwards. You can do something.
Okay. Part of me was thinking taking a cold shot so that so I could knock him out. Would that work?
No. You just have to do enough damage. He's not really knockoutable right now. You could do a cold shot to try and do something fancy, like bypass his armor or hit him in the head. If
Yeah,
you wish.
that's
I
what I was
mean, call a
thinking.
shot just gives +2 damage. So.
Yeah. In which case, you can minor action for the +2 damage. Does it give you?
It will give you a
-4
-4 dice pool,
But it's only -3 because I took take aim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
if
So overall, it's
you-
-3.
Yeah.
Then 1 edge to shank, which is reduce your call shot penalty to -2. So it only be -1.
But she's already used all her. Actually, no. Instead of aiming, you can do the
Edge.
shank.
It's an edge action, so it
it's an
doesn't
edge
take an
Okay.
action.
How much edge is it?
1.
1. Do you have an edge, Havoc?
Yeah, I do.
Do you want to spend the 1 edge to reduce your cold shot penalty?
Yeah, so it's only -1.
Overall,
roll.
it's a -1 to your attack. You get +2 damage on the
Okay,
attack
and
as
this
well.
is close combat, right?
Yup.
-1. Here we go. 3 hits.
2 hits. You
Oof.
hit.
Ooh. So with my extendable,
What's your
is-
attack rating?
Oh, baton.
What do you mean my attack rating?
What was your attack rating? What was their defense rating? You might have another point of edge.
3. I hit 3, and he hit 2.
No, your attack
No.
rating.
Your attack rating
Oh, my attack rating.
with the gun
Uh,
or with the weapon
my
for close
attack
combat.
rating is. I need to take the sunglasses off. This is hard to read. Where is the attack rating on this sheet?
Listed with your weapons. So there's the bone
Oh,
four
it's with the
numbers
weapons.
slash
Okay,
each
it's on
other.
the other sheet. I don't see attack rating on there.
There should be one for the baton if you didn't put
Oh, the
it
baton is 2.
in. And then that gets added. No, that doesn't get added on.
The 2 rating.
No, I think you've entered the availability, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me look.
You
it
put
for
the wrong thing in there. Because it's not on the sheet and it's been entered incorrectly, just try and update that later, but for now we'll just go as it's a 0 because it hasn't been entered. So, yeah, you hit. For you, I believe, what's your
Look up in
strength?
2 seconds.
What's your strength?
Threshold is 4 when it retracted, 2 when extended.
What's your strength, Maggie?
My strength is 7.
Jesus, okay.
Stun baton or extendable baton?
Extendable baton.
It's 5. Is your
5,
attack
yeah.
rating?
Okay, yeah, their armor is more than that, but not enough that they have edge. So, with
Wait, I
that...
have 5 on here. I just have it as CL instead for some reason.
Alright, I'm not sure what that's for, but yeah. So, with that, you hit them in the face. they are going to just take it because there's no soak rolls anymore. And they take...
That's not
plus
true.
1. There's no...
You soak with your
soak
body.
with just body. That's it. Derp. Sorry.
It's fine.
So yeah, they take it. It's almost as if there's no soak rolls with my rolls. And they take the full damage. They are stunned and knocked backwards off kilter. You get +2 damage from doing the...
Yep, +2 damage.
+2 damage for call chat.
+1 from the net hits, and then whatever the base damage value is of the baton, which is 2.
They are still up. No, we're going to alter the base damage stuff because it doesn't factor in strength. So it's going to be higher for Havoc. I think it's 4. I need to actually write down what it was. I haven't done that yet. I forgot to. But I think it's 4 for Havoc because of her dumb, amazing strength. So the guy would take 6 damage overall, plus the +1 for the net hits. So take 7 points of stun damage as you whack him across the face. However, he's not unconscious. He is definitely hurt, and he's probably got a bleeding nose, and a large bruise is definitely going to form. But that brings us to Lone Star. Which point, he is going to shout loudly. Ah! Fucking elf, hit me with a baton! And then trying to find out what his...
A girl needs her milk, okay?
It's true, you need that soy milk.
I only wanted soy milk.
Very totally normal reaction to wanting soy milk. Attack rating's 8. What's your defense rating?
My defense rating is... I kind of want to just look at my other sheet because this one is much
Your
harder
armor
to
jacket... Or what are you wearing? Armor jacket?
read. My defense rating is 12.
Okay, what are you wearing?
I have armor jacket and oh wait, I think it's adding.
Yeah, your armor jacket should just be a flat 7 if I recall correctly from the armor jacket.
Yeah.
So the number on they add to your base defense rating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it's plus body. So it's 12.
Okay, yeah, you've got a really high body, that's why. So yeah, with that, you would have a point of edge in this situation, I believe. So take a point of edge, and they are going to attempt to attack you. Feel free to roll your dodge. You're gonna dodge.
Okay. So my dodge is it athletics agility or?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
I feel like the future is great for people who are lactose intolerant.
Not people who are
Yeah,
soy
because it's all
intolerant.
soy stuff.
Yeah, oh no, if you're allergic to soy, you're fucked.
Yep. Yeah, with that Havoc, the shotgun goes off and blasts a huge chunk of plaster out of the wall nearby. However, you aren't there. You're moving at the speed of almost imperceptible people around you. You dodge to the side. Outside, Mimi, you see 2 cops just push that guy into one of the cars and close the doors.
Wait. Oh, they come out of the building as their turn.
They would, yeah.
And then get him in the car.
they
Okay,
were-
I
they
was
were
like, they
just
weren't
about-
out beforehand.
They were just about out the door when Havoc was doing her conversation. So with that, they use their turn to push him into one of the cars and close the doors. That's 2 of them. The other 2 head back towards the building. And that leaves one of them who turns around at Havoc and is going to take a shot.
Okay, so 4 of them are outside, 2 are inside.
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Any chance it's a door I can lock?
Havoc, make a dodge roll.
Okay.
The door in this building,
6 hits.
probably not. It's an old building. Yeah, you dodge out the way it's pistol shot as it just goes past you. Loud crack of an Ares Predator firing. Okay, Mimi, it's your turn.
I'm gonna go into VR real fast.
Okay,
Because we'll dramatically increase the number of things I can do on my turn.
change device mode. Is that a major action?
Switch device mode. I think it's a minor action. Yes, switch interface mode. It's no test. It's a minor action. So I'm going to use my only minor action that I get when I'm not in the Matrix.
Okay.
To do the thing. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to reroll my initiative. 24.
Okay.
So I assume that means next turn order, that's going to be my new place in the initiative.
Yes, and you'll have more actions based on the dice you have. At the moment, you just have the one major action, I think.
I think I just have a major action left. Yeah, I'm fine with that. We'll say it takes an effect next turn. So she like slips into VR, and she was in the seat, and she just sort of like slumps into it. And then I feel like it's set by Havoc. She just sort of automatically reclines slightly when she goes like VR. So she's unconscious in the van. And the kind of world around her changes, and she can see the 6 comm links and 3 vehicles, yes?
Yes.
Great. If it is okay with saying, I think in the time that Havoc was getting inside the building and after she finished the hack, she rebooted herself, so my Overwatch score is 0.
Yeah, you'd have had to.
It's an action. Yeah. Okay, I just want to make sure. So, she looks around. They're all going to rush inside. Well, 2 of them might drive away. That's a problem. But I can see which car they got into.
They didn't get into the car. They closed the doors on him and are still outside the car.
Oh, they didn't get into the car. So they're all going to go inside to deal with Havoc.
Yeah, it's not in the cops' nature to just leave while other cops are fighting one random person.
No, that's fine.
So,
I don't know if this will help. But I feel like they might feel like they need to do something if, like, the car started driving on its own. Okay, so control device is...
Can we just deliver the guy in a cop car, a different cop's car?
Like, what I'm thinking is, like,
we're like person's at pickup location, and it's like the cop car for the other police station.
This is perfect. I'm gonna on this turn. I'm gonna spoof the command. I'm gonna brute force so that I can get admin access on the vehicle. And then next turn, my plan is to spoof a command to tell the car to drive to the meet location we have assigned it.
I will quickly want you to make an intelligence intuition roll, a logic intuition roll.
Yeah. Okay, that's the thing you want me to do.
Mm-hmm.
Logic and intuition is 13.
Oh yeah,
no,
they for
12.
sure have trackers.
3 hits.
You're definitely aware that these cars have trackers.
Oh, yeah. Like, they'll be able to catch up to it, but hopefully, like, it's going, 300 meters?
Over the border, but this is, like, maybe a little bit to the meet location as well.
Yeah.
And she's not at the meet location until you tell her to be. She's not going to just wait there for you. There might be a little time.
You know what? If the car starts driving away, I feel like they're going to have to do something about it. So let's go with this plan, because I can only brick one person's gun at a time.
So you don't have to send it to the meet location. You could just have it go somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have it start driving in that direction, and then we'll
just dump a grid.
Either way,
a spoof. You can spoof a grid guide coordinate, and it will just figure out the path and drive there.
Yeah. Either way, I'm going to start with brute forcing so that I have admin access so that I can
brute force
control
the front door.
The vehicle or whatever. All right, so this is cracking and logic. It's 12 dice. And, is that brute force? Yeah, cracking logic. You're rolling willpower plus firewall. You have a +2 because I am getting, which I forgot before. I'm trying to get admin without user.
Okay, and in place of the willpower, what do I use?
It was unclear.
Yeah, I think it's just
it's assumed to be 0.
It's assumed to be 0, okay.
Yeah, well, it was said that about Matrix attributes, that if, like, it doesn't have one of those, it's assumed to be 0. Typically, they list an alternative if it's allowed to be something that can be actively defended or, like, passively defended. So, like, for example, if I'm doing a race and Matrix signature, you could roll firewall ×2. But I think in this instance, because the device does not have it, as opposed to a host which would.
Yeah, I think in this case, the cop cars, because they're designed to be secure, would have their own firewalls. So it will have a firewall rating, but it will still be probably lower than your dice pool. So it gets a +2. Sure.
something on brute force. I wrote these notes and then I forgot everything that I wrote to be
A
less
lot to
helpful.
write.
It was look, I made cheat sheets and they're pretty good, but sometimes I shorthand things in the moment
Yeah,
and
no.
they make sense in the moment and then they stop making sense. Okay, I'm attempting to gain admin access without user access. You have a +2 to your roll, and then you also have a +4 bonus to your defense rating for that test, so I probably don't have edge.
Oh god, yeah, no, you don't have edge in this situation. What's your rating again?
14. Is
No,
yours
you
10
wouldn't
or
have
higher?
edge. Yeah, you wouldn't have edge. Because
Okay.
that's 12.
6 hits!
Jesus, okay. Yeah,
Brute force my way into that vehicle.
you go through that firewall like it's paper. As you dive into it, you see the Matrix car in front of you. It's a bright, shining, star-covered vehicle. And you just walk straight through it. And it angrily complains, pixels part in front of you, and you find yourself now in the vehicle itself.
All right, that's my turn. That's my
That's your
major action.
turn. Top of the round, Havoc. There's a guy in front of you, a bloody nose and a shotgun. Just behind him is a guy with a pistol, and coming up the stairs behind are 2 more guys, and then 2 guys at the car. What would you like to do?
I am going to extend my baton, which gives me an extra. I gain a bonus minor action. On a turn when because it's a wireless one. And then I'm gonna try to knock this guy out again. I'm trying not to. I don't want to hurt them. Like,
I don't want to hurt them, but I want to hurt him a little bit.
yeah. Well, actually, once Mimi tells me that there's like she's got the guy, like then I'll ditch out
Okay,
of
for
here.
future note,
But,
I think the extendable baton is like, you extend it when you draw it. You can't really hit someone with it closed. I mean, you probably could, but it wouldn't do anything as much. But yeah, in future, you have to do that on the turn you draw it, which would mean last turn you'd have got it. I'll give it to you this turn.
Yeah,
just
last
in
turn I
future
would have got
notes.
a minor action then.
Yeah. Effectively, it makes drawing it a free action, effectively.
Oh, it
Yeah.
makes extending it a free action.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, extending it is
'Cause
part of
normally-
the drawing, I imagine.
It
'Cause
could
it-
be either.
'cause
No,
as
because
you draw it, you just
draw
flip.
it and then you extend it. So it'd
but
either be 2
extending
minor
it is normally
actions.
part of, like, even with wireless off, you draw it and you just flick it to the side. So I imagine this just makes it just
But
quicker.
then you negate the wireless bonus.
I know, the wireless bonus has to be better, so I assume instead of a minor action, just makes it the free action.
Yeah, well, that's the whole point when they say you get an extra minor action because there's no free. They don't do free
Yeah, yeah,
actions.
it's
It's
just-
basically
it's just
making
making
up
it
for the fact
refundable.
that you spend the minor action
Yeah,
to do this.
it's making it refundable, yeah.
Okay. It happened. We can say it happened last round. That's fine. I was just like, oh, I should make sure that I mention that. I think I'm going to do kind of the same thing that I did before with all my actions. Actually, no, I'm in front of him now, so I don't need to move. So
Yep.
I think what I will do is I will just double major action and hit him twice.
Okay, let's start with just the first one, because that might be enough. Feel
Okay.
free to roll your dice pool. You do get edge in this situation.
Okay, so I get, but I can wait to use my edge for at the end to give it +1.
If you
right?
want, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Some things
so
you
let's-
have to do before a couple of them. You
5
can do
hits.
after.
Oh,
Or
for
8
God's
hits?
sake.
That's more
Bloody
than 5
hell.
So, and remember, if you don't spend the edge, bank it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
That's
I
how
actually
you
have
get big edge.
2 more.
This time, you bring the baton back across. Like, one swing, you smash his nose in. He fires the shotgun as you lean to the side. The second blow, where do you hit him on the second blow?
I mean, I'd like to hit him in the same spot if possible, but I
Sure.
didn't call a call to action.
Yeah.
So
Well, I guess it's not a called shot. So the second time around, as you duck below the shotgun, you just bring it back, and you hit him on the side of the knee. And his entire leg bends inwards, the leg bending horizontally, and there's a horrible crack and a snap, and a sudden flop as his leg goes. He
hurt
falls
him.
sideways.
I said I didn't want to hurt him.
Yes, but you also did enough damage that you went halfway through his physical track with that.
Okay.
He is down. Very, very down. I will say you do have another major action left, but because you didn't do the extend last turn, you'll have the free action this turn. Just in future, you'll have to do it on the turn you draw it. If you want to use that extra minor action, you can move to the next guy.
I would like to move to the next guy.
With lightning fast reflexes, you cat-like move forwards to the second guy who's taken aback, pistol drawn. What do you do?
I'm gonna hit him.
Do it.
3. Not as much.
Oh,
Ooh.
this guy is actually on the ball. As you come forwards, he's somewhat
Is
alerted.
it attacker wins or defender wins?
I think it's status quo. So status quo is that he's taken a bit aback, but you managed to just about get to him and swing. That's normally right, isn't it, Lauren, in Shadowrun?
I think you. It really depends, because for some of the things, like if I'm summoning a sprite, I have to get at least 1 net hit.
Yeah.
Because they have to have a task. So I think in this instance, though, because you don't have to add hits to the damage, I think you still get to
I've always thought the Shadowrun was always a,
I'll spend an edge, so I have 4. Just
okay,
forget it.
I'll spend an edge,
That
so I
works.
have 4. The Lone
Okay,
Star
let me look
do
it up
have edge.
then.
I can't spend another edge then.
Yeah, sorry, Lone Star have edge as well, and they will use them.
That's fine. It's fine. Let me look it up. Okay. Roll dice.
They
Okay.
may have changed it in Shadowrun 6th.
Once all the hits
what
are
someone's
tallies,
saying.
call the attack a success or miss based on whether the attacker got more hits than the defender or vice versa. If it's a success, add the net hits to the base damage, blah, blah, blah. If the attacker and defender got the same number of hits, the attack simply does its base damage.
Okay, so it does hit, but it only does base damage. Okay, I will attempt to soak this. Yeah. This guy, you hit him just basically middle of the chest as you come forwards. It hits him full on the body armor, and there's a oof as he takes the blow. But he doesn't look overly hurt by it. Definitely a bit winded, though. That makes it that go. Guy with a pistol is gonna attempt to shoot at you. You're right in his face.
You know
Feel
what the
free to
worst
roll me a
part is
dodge.
going to be? If you actually get through 6 Lone Star guards, Mimi's going to be like,
We can do that again.
we can do that again.
Yeah.
That's not a good idea whatsoever.
Roll me your dodge, Hatlook.
These are probably
Okay.
like low-level Mook Lone Star guards.
4 hits.
Yeah, you dodged that guy. The 4 guys behind him, however, I need you to roll me 4 dodges.
4 dodges.
Mm-hmm.
Have they gotten in the building already?
They don't need to be in the building to shoot her. She's in the doorway
4
now.
hits.
Oh, it's true in the doorways.
4
Four,
hits.
5
hits.
3.
3 hits.
Okay,
Woo.
they're gonna aim. Hit, miss.
Don't I get to roll
Miss.
after you roll? So you don't get to make your decision on how you're going to roll against me? That seems unfair.
I'm already decided how I'm gonna roll, but it's just quicker for
Okay.
you to roll 4 as a batch rather than me having to tell you 4 times in a row to call your rolls.
Saying.
Yes, you are hit by the shotgun as it goes off. The pistol bullets ping around you, dodging you like crazy.
One thing to note with that, though, you should do them each individually, because she gets edge potentially for each of them, or you get edge potentially for each
and
of
she
them.
would take a negative
And then she could
for-
spend edge separately for each of
But
them.
also
Yeah,
she
so
would
I
take-
can spend an edge on that one that was 5.
Sure, and I spend an edge on mine to make it 6. Mark down a point of edge. They're going to mark down a point of edge. Also note that you would lose dice based on wound penalties. So again, we won't do it in this situation because we did them as a batch, but that's a good point.
Yeah, just it is important to do them individually.
Maggie, if you can roll
As
your
slow
body,
as it is, unless you want to use, there are some mechanics for like group.
it's fine. We can just use this. Maggie, can you roll your body? Also, you'll get your bonuses from the bone lacing on this because it's a damage resistance test.
So my bonuses for bone lacing is... You mean bone density?
Yes, sorry, you've got bone density, haven't you?
I gotta look it up because it's not in the sheet.
Did you not put the rating on your sheet?
What?
You should have the rating.
It didn't. Oh, he didn't have a place for it, but I might have wrote it down. Oh, it's 4. Rating 4.
Or I believe it just adds 4 to your damage resistance test with bone lacing. Bone
I
density.
also have. So if that's 4 for damage rating, damage resistance, I also have another thing that is. Where is it?
Bone density is
it's
the only
like-
one you've got for damage rating.
No, I have something else for damage rating. 1 second. I'm gonna look at our other sheet because it's much easier to read. I never mind. It's when I'm wounded. I can reduce my wound penalty.
Yeah, your wound penalty is already lower. This is just the damage resistance test. So if you can
Okay,
roll
cool.
your body plus 4, I believe.
Yes, body plus 4. So 4 hits.
Okay, you take... Bloody hell. Yeah, you're hit by a shotgun blast. However, you take 1 point of damage.
Doesn't hit me because I have defense rating, right? Because my armor?
No, it hits you. We've already determined that.
Yeah.
This just means you take 1 point of damage.
Yeah,
Okay.
you just soaked the
The
damage.
1 point of stun damage or 1 point of physical?
We did say we're going to homebrew a rule, which means that if the total damage is less than your armor, I think halved would make sense because of the damage. So what's your armor again right now? Specifically your armor.
7, yeah.
So 7 halved, round up 4. It did 5, so this would be physical, so it would be over the top of that. But you resisted 4 of it, so you take 1 point of physical damage.
Okay.
Okay, that makes it... Shit, Mimi, your initiative changed.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
I'm
you're
I
so-
should have
Mimi.
gone before the Lone Star
Yeah.
Guards.
But,
Yeah.
yeah, go
Fine.
for it.
Mimi, now working extra fast. I have many more d6s, so I also can do 2 major actions or 1 major or 8 minor or whatever. She's got this sweet admin access to the vehicle that's going to stack up her OS score real fast. 3 around. So I'm going to spoof a command for the vehicle so that it is going to drive to a designated location. And then I think I want to, no, I can't jam the signal. Let's do that first because I want to see if there's a way that I can stop them from being able to. Can I see, like, I have access to this. Can I see the communicator, right? Like whatever is sending the signal, like whatever is tracking it. Is that a specific file or a program or something on
it
here?
It would be
that I could...
effectively on their pan and on the Lone Star pan, like in general, like the entire Lone Star network would be able to see it. So
Great, but there's some sort of transmitter, right, on the vehicle.
Oh, on the vehicle itself, yeah, it's part of the vehicle's just computer software, yeah.
Perfect. Then I am going to, do you want to consider it a program or a device?
Specifically, this will be a device because it's designed that if the car is taken offline, it could still run, so it would be a separate device as part of that.
Cool. Then that one, let's first do the spoof command, and then afterwards, I'm pretty sure I'm going to, not reboot device. It's basically reboot the device. I'm going to try and turn it off. Format device. Device shuts down instead of reboots.
You could also just spike it if you wanted.
I could. That is also true. So let's start first with our lovely spoof command. Spoofing command is cracking and logic versus data processing or pilot plus firewall.
Okay.
And we choose data processing firewall.
Now
okay.
you're in the Matrix and sitting in the middle of this car with a pixelated hole in the side. What do you look like, by the way?
She looks like a Disney princess.
Yeah.
Like, so like all of the color accents that are on her jacket and things like that, like that's her ball gown, right? So she's like got a full on, she looks like a generic princess. Actually, she probably looks like an off-brand Disney princess. So she's got like big eyes and like beautifully curled hair and a ball gown. And it's all sparkly. Like she looks like a fairy godmother gave her her greatest true wish, because that's what she.
What color is your ball gown?
Oh, it's like that purple iridescent, like that her regular jacket has.
Okay, so iridescent purple that's sparkling with these pixel kind of like flowing sparkles off of it.
Yeah, if you think like a little bit like the sparkle. So if we want to get into it, it's probably got like the cut of Cinderella's dress, like it's a big skirt, right? Sort of like a classic look, but then it's probably got like the sort of shimmeriness of Ariel's dress from the end of the movie. But she's an off-brand Disney princess, so like Anastasia instead.
Okay.
Like she watched a lot of movies when she was a child, a very specific subset of movies.
Okay.
I think some people might recognize it, like if they knew anything about it. But yeah, so she's this is what she looks like, and thus why all of her sprites look like small woodland creatures. I'm going to roll 12 dice. 5 hits. Spoof command.
Okay. I still get the +2 because you don't have user right, or do you have user right
No,
in this case? You don't have user
that
right.
was only for the brute force.
That's only for
This
brute
is
force,
just a regular, because now I
just
have
regular spoof.
admin access, but I'm racking up that Overwatch score real fast.
Okay, what command do you spoof?
Bentham's noting that it costs 2 edge to up your dice by 1.
Yes, the 1 edge is reroll.
Yes,
That's
okay.
right, because it's less good.
Hi, welcome to Shadowrun 6th edition, where we simplify things by making them more complicated and adding extra rules. Okay, Mimi, what do you spoof?
we're all doing it wrong, so it kind of nets out. That's fine.
Okay, so don't spend the extra edge to... Because I can afford all the times that I upped it.
No, in future we'll do it right going forwards, but I'm not going to backtrack and redo the entire episode.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to lose.
It's fine. It's fine. Okay, woodland creature's like a pit bull. It's a gargoyle. I made a Disney reference. All right, whatever. She spoofs the command. She sends it. You know, fuck it. She doesn't really care at this point. She's gonna send it over the border. She gives it the location she wants it to go to because she's hoping by the time it's leaving, she can turn off its tracking.
Sure. Do you give it the middle of the warehouse, or do you give it a wall in the warehouse?
She gives it like the street outside the warehouse. She's
Okay.
not gonna tell it to drive into. She considers telling it to drive into a building, and then decides to give it a street.
Yep. Okay.
She's like,
You give it location. The car
really bad.
happily tells you, thank you for using Grid Guide. Your location has been targeted. Your journey will take 12 minutes and 30 seconds in current traveling conditions. Weather is cloudy today. Have a nice journey. And the car begins to pull out.
So then the other thing she wants to do,
But they're all in the building because you said they all shot at me.
Yeah, none of them are in the car.
Sweet, we could take the car.
she's just gonna, she's actually, this time we're gonna use some resonance because my Overwatch score is scary sometimes. She is going to complex form. She powers up her complex form, and we're gonna use resonance spike to attack the device. That is, because it is not considered an illegal action. Because I've got another 3 hits from your. This Overwatch score.
Okay, you're going to kill the tracker.
Yep, that's her goal. She wants to resonance spike the tracker.
What's my defense roll?
So for this one, it's a willpower and firewall, and I roll cracking and resonance. My cracking is 5, my resonance is 6.
I'm rolling very averagely today.
4 hits.
Okay.
I cause 1 box of matrix damage.
Yeah. There's a small black cube in the front of the vehicle you can see. And as you look at it, you pull forth this flowing energy around you and just target it. It swooshes in like a kind of weirdly, almost magic-esque fashion, hits it, and it just sparks slightly.
I'm going to reroll 1 die for my Fade Resist. Nope, I take 2 points of Fade.
Yeah, the energy rushes out of you,
You know
feel
what?
more drained and tired.
I might not use this complex form a lot.
Okay.
Let's. I thought I would try it out, but it turns out I roll better on brute force. So she's just like, oh, that did not go well for me.
Why have you taken 11 stun damage?
I didn't.
On my sheet, it looks like you've got 11.
It didn't click away. It was like, what if I fill your damage tracker? And I'm like, please don't.
Oh, it's like, you're nearly unconscious. Did I miss something? Okay. With that, the car does start to move. Havoc, back in the building. There's a guy in front of you just hit in the chest. There's 4 guys, 2 of whom are just out the door. The other 2 are a little bit further away, near the vehicles, one of which was quite close to them, has suddenly started moving away. What do?
Oh, do I get to do something?
It's top of the round. It's your turn.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if they went yet. Oh, it was because she was supposed to go before
Yeah,
them. But you had...
I forgot her initiative changed.
Gotcha. I am going to hit the one in front of me again, I guess.
Okay, give him a whack.
Same thing. Here's the thing. I know I could take them all out much faster, but I'm trying not to hurt them. Not kill them.
Bear in mind, by the way, that you've got 1 major and 4 minors, or 2 majors. If you hit this guy and knock him out, you've only got a major. You only have a major left, which you can turn into minors, and you can move up some, but you wouldn't be able to attack them this turn. So it's up to you whether you want to just go crazy or not. But give him a whack.
Yeah. Oops, I almost hit the wrong thing.
There's only one in melee range of her, right?
Yeah.
4 hits. Yeah, there's only one in melee range, so I have to get up to the other one.
What page are the drugs, by the way, Lauren? If you can check for me.
Any drugs?
I'm gonna roll his damage resistance.
Yeah.
He does not dodge well.
You do that.
Oh, he's got
Yeah.
4. Sorry, this guy. So he's got 1 more. Doesn't matter. He has 3 net successes. 4. He takes 7 stun. He's at 8 stun in total. You smash him along the side of the head, which hits him on just the side of his helmet. He's dizzied. He's hurt. He's staggering. He's still awake. He's still with it. This guy is a stocky little dwarf, and you massively outclass him.
121. Just while I
Thank you very much.
The actual drugs start on page 122.
122. Thank you.
Copper's taking drugs.
He's still with it.
Really normal.
Havoc, what do you want to do?
Okay.
I guess I have 4 minors now.
Or another major, and he's still
Another
up,
major.
so-
I'm gonna try and knock him out.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take another major at him, because since it didn't knock him out. 6 hits. You gonna try to dodge?
You're a
dodge is
monster,
reduced.
and I love this.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, 5.
5 plus 4, you do
Yeah, but look how many
9.
dice I'm rolling in comparison to them, so it's really not fair.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, you are built for this, and they're also like.
Yeah, with that, he's knocked a bit back. You just go in, seeing him reeling back with his head, grabbing it, exposing his throat, smack him in the throat. It collapses, crushed almost. He just grabs his throat and gurgles, a little bit of blood coming through his mouth and collapses to
I'm
the
trying
ground.
not. I don't want to hurt them. Can I like hit them in like places where it hurts, but it's not gonna kill them?
That would A, be a cold shot, and B, your damage overflow will still do a lot of physical because you damage overflow a lot.
Okay.
You'd have to cold shot it. He's still alive. Don't worry, you didn't
That's
kill him.
nice.
He is very hurt though. That was a painful hit. He had like 3 stun left, and you did 9 damage. He went 6 into physical. But he is unconscious.
non-lethal.
That brings us. Lauren, you're up.
All right, let's rack up the Overwatch score. It's an 11. Okay, you know what? This whole complex form thing wasn't doing what I wanted to do. Data spike is God. That's going to be way better. It's my attack divided by 2 plus my net hits. My attack is 7. So it's 3 plus net hits. So data spike this sucker. Your defense on data spike is data processing plus the device's rating. And in that instance, if it doesn't have a data processing, it's assumed to be 0. But almost everything has data processing. It's attack and sleaze that things lack. All right, and I roll cracking and logic.
So what was my dice pool again?
Data processing plus the device rating.
Okay. And this is just on the
And-
tracker?
This is just on the tracker.
Doesn't have a good data processing.
So it would be if it's on the pan. Whatever
it would
devices
use the-
it's linked to subsumes you take the stats of the thing, which is why
Yeah.
because otherwise you could like separately attack.
Yeah.
Like a device. All right, 4 hits. So I deal 3, 4, 5 points of matrix damage.
Okay, and it glitches. Yeah, so it's up to 6 matrix damage, and it sparks and glitches, and suddenly just starts. It's probably giving off the wrong location for a number of rounds now. Just saying.
Great, that's even better.
Hi, welcome to
Perfect.
Glitches.
And I have a second major action, so let's see if I can finish it off while I'm still in here. And yeah, so she's gonna try and do that again. Rinse and repeat. 6 hits. She just like I think at this point she's like, ugh. But she's like a weird Disney princess. She like hikes up her skirt and pulls out a sword and just starts hacking at this thing in the Matrix.
Oh my gosh, that's great. I love it.
Yeah, you pull out of like one of your like garter bands or something,
Yeah.
like the hilt of a sword, and it just as you draw it, do you see the
I
sword
think-
just
I think
lengthen above the
it just
garter belt?
materializes. It's like like it's Excalibur sort of vibe, right? Like it's a glowing sword.
I imagine that like it's just the hilt of Excalibur in the garter belt, and as you pull it, the
yeah.
blade just materializes above the garter belt, and you're like, where did that come from? It wasn't below the belt, but it just comes out.
Doesn't matter.
You
I
whack
like
it.
the idea that she's Disney princess, like slashing. Like it's not even like hard. It's just like.
I think she like has been influenced by Havoc, where she used to do like more magic-y stuff in the Matrix, but like she really likes Havoc's style of just beating the crap out of people in melee combat. So she's like, sure, this is what her data spike looks like, and also probably think her resonance looks more magical. So when it was the resonance one that seemed more magic-y. Okay.
Yeah.
So she smacks at it.
It suffers negatives because of its damage, so it's rolling less dice now.
That is true.
And Havoc's combat style is actually, it's almost like dance fluid. Like she's very
4
like.
plus 3, 7. Do I break it?
The entire box just explodes into pixels. You can still see it's there, but it's now dull and lifeless.
Perfect. Okay. So it's being sent to a location. The jammer is jammed, or the tracker is offline. Cool. I mean, that's her turn. So she'll figure out what she needs to do next time.
Okay. The cops go. One of them just keeps the gun raised, but is doing something. Facing away from Mimi. Mimi make a matrix perception check. Havoc, feel free to make an awareness check. The threshold's going to be relatively high because you're in combat.
Awareness.
For me? Wait.
Yeah, make perception.
Matrix perception?
Awareness would mean perception.
I mean, I couldn't make any other perception check at this point.
It'd be hard
You
for you
mean
to make
perception?
For you, it is just a perception intuition.
Three
I
hits.
call them awareness
3 hits.
checks.
We both got
Yeah, you don't see this Havoc, Mimi, because you're on the Matrix. You would. They're making effectively a call.
Stop.
Okay. The other three do a thing. They're going to reroll their
Technically,
initiative.
sending a message is a minor action, so.
Yeah, they want something very specific though, so it's going to be more than one minor action.
Great. It's fine. It's fine.
Do you
My overall
tell
score.
Havoc that you got the guy?
You see the car
I
peel
can't
away.
send a message.
Yeah. No, Havoc, you would see the car peel away with the guy in it. Like, you
Yeah.
can see out the door. You see that. You've got no issue with that.
Okay. I
Question
see
is-
all 6 of them here, so. Okay.
Yeah, I will tell you on the next round, but I didn't have a minor action to send you a message. I think
Well, I
you
can
have
make
enough
you
that
think.
you could like say, but I think to send it like any sort of message, like I can talk to you, but I guess I could use words.
You'd
Not
still
send a
need a
message.
minor action just because of the way they've changed it now, sadly. I'm not a massive fan of that, but that way that they give you a lot of minor actions, I think that's what they're for. They rerolled their initiative because they are now faster. They rolled the same initiative.
Did they take some drugs?
They're not faster.
That said, they have more dice, so they can do more actions. But yes, they are, funnily enough, not actually that much faster. That was a minor action, so the guy who made a phone call also did a minor action to do that. The other 3 took a minor action to do that, but they can also make their attacks. We'll do them one by one. Firstly, we'll start off with the pistol nearby. Havoc, feel free to do a dodge.
Okay. 4 hits.
Havoc, feel free to do a dodge.
6 hits.
Havoc, this is a shotgun. Feel free to do a dodge.
Oh my god. 3 hits. Woo.
I'm going to use edge to make it 3 hits on my end.
I don't have enough edges to make it because you have to spend 2 edge. So I have 1 edge left.
Yeah, that's the last of my edge. You could use an edge to reroll 1 die. 1/3 chance you'd exceed them. It's up to you.
Nah, hit me.
Okay. Roll your damage resistance of 9 dice as you are hit by the shotgun.
4 hits.
You're hit by the shotgun in the chest. It does nothing. I will point out, your armor is ripped, torn, your afro is reduced in some sections to just bits and strands of hair.
Destroy them!
Your leotard is opened up. You are bleeding from superficial cuts and wounds, but your actual, like, ability to move and continue on is not really affected at all. You've been hit twice by shotguns, and it hasn't really phased you. Okay, that's the end of their go. Havoc.
Okay, so I see the car leaving.
Mhm.
I know that all 6 of them are here. Can I make the assumption that Mimi has
Mimi is
moved the
doing it.
vehicle, or should I? Is that too metagamey? I mean, obviously we're
Put it this way,
Shadowrunners, so I
the
feel
only
like
other
that
way
would
to
make.
move the vehicle would be they could send a command on their pan, but it seems like it moved way too fast for them to react to you and go, we should get the car out of here. Also, why would they get the car out of here when it's one person attacking them? They might make the decision now knowing they're outgunned, but not, 6 seconds ago.
But I wouldn't know because I haven't heard any of them talk, right?
No, but that said, the car started moving the instant you moved in. It would seem weird for the car to start moving when you started. Now, they might make the decision we're outgunned, but the car has already started moving. Why would they make the decision?
What's your logic?
Yeah.
She's pretty logical.
Your logic's 3, right?
It's a 2.
2?
So
I think 2, you could still make the assumption that it's unlikely that this is the cops doing it.
okay.
And you know vaguely what Mimi's plan was, so...
You know, Mimi was plan 2 was control the vehicle.
Yeah, I did know that.
You could minor action just to confirm it. Like, that would be the way. If you're uncertain, just take a minor action and confirm it. You need to minor action to move anyway this turn, because you're not in melee combat with anyone. You knocked the last guy out very heavily.
Yeah, but if I do, minor action to run, but if I did all my 2 major action movements as move, I could get pretty far.
You could sprint.
Oh,
I
if you
get
want to
really
run,
far.
Yeah, that's up to you. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're trying to book it out of there at this
And
point.
then stealth.
yeah.
That's
But
what I'm thinking.
you can only take one
'Cause I don't
want
want to hurt them. My goal is not to hurt these police
Yeah,
officers.
you can only
They're
take
just doing
one
their
move
job.
per turn, though, right?
Yeah,
What?
only 1 sprint action per turn.
Yeah, you can only ever do 1 move per turn, so you have free actions. Like, it's up to you. If you
But
want to
it's
use a minor
15
action-
meters plus net hit, so you
Yeah.
could probably get 15 to 20 meters away.
Yeah, if you're
from
planning
them.
to leave, you can book it as a major action, but you could, before that, with your minor actions, check with Mimi what the plan is.
Okay.
Or you could attack
Yeah,
one of them and then book it.
They're too far away. She'd have to do something at range.
That's true.
The one in melee is down.
Yeah, you knocked out 2 of them so far very
So
heavily.
there's just 4 left.
Yeah,
okay.
4 left.
I'll confirm with you.
Okay, minor action. Mimi, I'll let you take a minor action out of turn if you want to reply.
Her reply would be yes. I assume you ask, are you controlling the vehicle? And Mimi's will be yes.
You know what?
Yeah, she'll
That's
be
not
like-
even a minor action. You say yes. You're a Technomancer, I can allow that.
Okay.
Hey, Shadowrun 6th edition, you don't rule me.
So the send a
I
message.
think she just be like, is that you?
you could just talk. The only reason is because I'm in VR and I'm
Yeah.
sending a message. You can also say things that take up 3 seconds. So I think you could ask that question as a minor action and then I can respond as a
Yeah,
yes.
I'll
or
just
no.
let
Yeah,
the,
I
yeah,
say,
yes,
is that you?
yeah. Is that you? Yes, you get back.
Okay. Then I guess I use a major action to run. I'm going to. So I went through those people's room. Their door's still unlocked. Their window's still open.
Yeah.
Alternatively, because you'd have to turn a corner on a sprint and you'd have to turn in, and I'd be like, that's a slightly higher threshold. If you want, the end of the corridor has a window, and it's, these windows aren't particularly strong. You could just sprint and just jump through the window.
I don't want to damage property, man. Okay,
What?
sure. She's trying to be good.
Damage this guy's windpipe, fine, but that window. Feel free
I
to
wasn't
make
trying
me...
to damage that guy's windpipes either. He was soft dwarf, very soft dwarf.
Whenever
you're not
you try
used
and
to
knock
those.
someone unconscious in combat, there's always going to be collateral damage. But yeah, feel free. In this case, I
There
will
is an
say,
actual move though for it at some point. You
yeah.
should-
The problem is that the knockout move is like, why wouldn't you just use this all the time? It's a bit dumb. It costs edge, but yeah.
And costs 3 edge over the course of 2 actions.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, for this, because it's a short-term run, it's just like a sprint. Make it a strength athletics. You're not going to have a problem with it.
Strength athletics. Why isn't it agility?
because strength needs to be used
Sprinting
more.
can sometimes be strength.
And this is a short
Okay,
sprint. Agility would be a longer.
No, I glitched.
Okay. The rules for this are you move 15 plus your net hits, so you move 16 meters. The glitch, I think, would be you're slowed down by the window.
Yeah.
So you make it to the end of the corridor and you kind of hit the window and it does break, but it pushes you back just enough. You're caught on the window.
So that's my major action. One of my minor actions. I still have 3 minor actions.
Yeah.
I'm guessing opening the window would not be a minor action.
I will say, sure, you can spend a minor action to knock out the remains of the window. You wrecked it pretty heavily on the first run, but
Okay. I will use a minor action. Then I have 2 minor actions after that, which I'm guessing I can't climb out.
I'll say yes. And if you want to, you can use the other one to take cover behind the window.
Yeah, that's what I think I'll
Yeah,
do.
that'll give you pluses on your defense test, so you should be okay.
Take cover
especially
gives
considering that shot.
cover is it depends on the status of the cover.
Yeah,
but
you just need to decide if it's 1, 2, 3, or 4. and
I'd
then it's
say in
plus
this
1.
case it's probably 2 because it is a brick wall,
Okay.
and you're not really
Plus
trying
2.
to return fire over it. So, in this case, then they have a lot of actions.
My turn.
Oh yes, Mimi,
And
go for
I
it.
rolled higher than Mimi. Mimi is
Someone's
still in
like the
VR.
window was stronger than the dwarf.
True. Funnily enough, when Havoc's involved, apparently properly damage is the only thing she fears.
So
I like the fact that maybe it was Havoc just runs at the window and then just at the last minute slows down. It's like, damn it! Dwarves, it's fine. Fucking dwarves die. The window though.
okay, so
Gonna
I've
cause
disabled the
collateral
device.
damage.
I see he's making a call. Well, that fucker just gotta know. that's how that feeling goes. So I am going to, I guess in this instance, exit the host is the equivalent of what it is. So I relinquish my admin control and no longer impacting the device. So I'm hopefully the car will do its thing. As minor action, a second minor action, send a message to Officer Bate to say, so there's a Lone Star vehicle on its way to our meet location. It doesn't have anyone in it except your friendo. Hopefully we'll intercept it before we get there, but we have some things to take care of. That's her message.
You just don't get a reply.
That's fine.
It's sent.
She
It's
doesn't need
read.
one.
You don't get a reply.
Look, she's paying me $450 million for this. She's not getting the top quality work. I had 0 prep time.
Yep.
She
Make-
also
gets
was
what
like,
she's
you have
paying for.
she's like,
Which
you have
is
a
a
couple
rush job.
hours.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
you call for a meeting and it's now, not even
Yep.
Like
Why
now,
didn't you
that's
tell us the meeting time is not an hour?
You did a rush job. It's like asking an artist, can you draw me something? I need it in an hour. And you're like, you're gonna get what you get.
Yep. Mimi. Make me a
That's
major
2 of her minor
deception.
actions. Other minor action, I guess major action, we are going to I'm gonna data spike the guy's comlink, the one that he's on.
Go for it.
That's what we're gonna do. Because that seems like the most effective way to get him to stop being able to communicate.
Okay.
So in this case, data spike, it is versus the data processing plus the device rating. And I'm gonna roll my cracking, which is 12. 4 hits. I gotta log off soon.
Okay. The guy's comlink resists most of the damage, but does take some.
Okay, so it takes 5 damage.
Yeah.
And then I have 2 more minor actions left. I'm gonna send a more of an update. I think I'll send another message as one of my minor actions to Havoc to just say I've told the vehicle to go to this location. I've told Bate to meet at this location. We may want to intercept the vehicle before it gets there. I get back here.
Okay.
Mimi, make me a
Can't
metric
play it.
deception check.
Great. 2 hits.
Would you like to use edge on that?
I don't have any.
Okay.
Unless I got edge on the.
You would have got edge on the comlink attack.
the comlink roll. Then yes, I will. I will re-roll 1 die.
Okay.
Nope. I'm sure there's someone coming after the vehicle. I got a friendo in the Matrix.
Okay, cops. Maggie. They're shooting at you. You have cover. You have +2 dice. You will also get edge on each one of these. So bear in mind, each time you're attacked, you will get an edge.
Oh. So there's 4 edge.
1 by 1 will do them.
Okay.
Starting off. Here we go. Ready for this. They take an aim and a chord shot because they have a load of actions now.
That's -4 to their roll.
Yep. Do you want to roll a dodge?
I get +2.
Yep.
6 hits.
Next guy is not doing a chord shot. That did not go well. They're just doing an aim.
Yeah.
Do
I
a
was like,
dodge.
are you sure you want to do called shot? I'm like, that's -4 to your roll. You might hit me with that one. Yeah, 1.
Oh, God.
I got 1 hit out of that.
What? You are hit
Yeah.
by the pistol. Please roll your body.
Wow.
Really? Roll your body plus that 4.
4 hits.
A pistol round hits you on your shoulder. You don't notice it.
it hits one of my spikes on my shoulder pad.
No, it goes through your armor. But it doesn't matter.
Oh,
It's like
it,
you are
goes
taking
in.
these as wounds, but they aren't enough to slow you down, so they don't count as physical damage. Like, you are being hit. Like, you're probably bleeding, but it's not enough that it's actually impinging on your physical ability to move.
I think what it is that
So
the
do I take a
armor-
damage?
It's
No.
it's the mindset of AC, right? Where your armor buffs your AC because it's about making it harder to deal a hit that actually hurts you. So it's the armor is actually just taking these hits.
I don't know on this because this is just your body, right? The only thing that applies to
Well,
this is
and
your
so
body.
then anything that goes past your armor,
That would be
is
actually hurting
you're
me, making me
resisting
bleed.
it physically.
Yeah.
Like you're
Yeah.
like, ow, this doesn't hurt me.
I
So
I think it's still, like, it hits you, it does vaguely bypass your armor in some way, like, it might make you bleed a little bit, but it's not a wound
Yeah.
that is important by any means. Like, this is a wound you don't even notice, probably, especially with the adrenaline. Like, it's not even physical damage to you. In fact, this would actually be stun damage, even if it did hit you, like, properly, because it's not powerful enough to get through your armor enough. So in this case, yeah, it just hits you, and it would be stun, it wouldn't go through your armor. So yeah, this is not even bothering you. Feel free to make me another dodge at the next guy.
Did you roll for him, man?
I'm rolling now.
Ooh,
Yes! I got successes!
That's pretty good. Oh!
I hate you! You're hit!
I-
Roll me your damage resistance check.
I can spend 2 edge, though, to make that
Do
a
you
7.
really want to? This is a pistol doing 3 damage.
No, you're right. Probably not. Just keep the edge for future edging.
Save
4
it. You're
hits.
building up
Another
edge.
bullet hits you. You don't even notice it. It doesn't even go past your armor because your armor is high.
Dang, I love this.
This is the shotgun. I got 5 successes. Maggie, feel free to roll.
This
Oh,
is
yeah,
where
you're
you would want to spend.
Yeah. 10 hits, baby. He was so happy.
Holy shit! 10 hits!
That's it. Welcome to Shadowrun. This is the last episode of Shadowrun 6th edition Twilight Sins.
Oh.
Havoc! You're hit by the shotgun. Now, bear in mind that the shotgun would do enough damage. You weren't hit by it. You dodged it. Sorry. You look up. You see down the barrel of the shotgun. It fires. You duck. And it just goes straight over your head and takes out a brick on the nearby apartment.
You roll
I did build to be a tank. For those asking, I'm like, my job is to tank and to hit things.
Jesus Christ.
She's
I
basically, and EE kept being like, you should just be an orc. You should just be an orc. I'm like, no, I'm going to make the elf work. I'm just going to give her lots of augments. It'll be great.
I also think you're rolling the wrong thing to dodge. It's reaction and agility.
Oh.
You don't roll a skill for it.
Okay. In fairness, that was my fault earlier.
That would be higher.
I said,
all my rolls would be higher. I'd get 1 extra die for all of those.
oh, wait, you rolled agility plus close combat?
Oh.
You rolled
Yeah,
an attack.
wait, hold on. Yeah, let me roll that again.
There would be a reaction plus...
Normally I was rolling
intuition.
athletics and agility.
Yeah, it's reaction,
and
intuition,
agility
sorry.
for dodging.
So yeah, roll reaction
We don't have a dice for that.
No, we should though.
Oh, we really should. Make a
There's nothing.
mod. Use the mod roll button that we have, the macro.
Well, I'll just do the athletics and I'll give myself +1 because that's basically the same thing.
Sure, but you'll need to have the macro enabled. It's very useful.
I have it enabled, but you hit for that last one. You hit. That was my bad.
Make a
You're
damage
right.
absorption roll.
I rolled the wrong thing. All the other ones I did roll the right thing. It was just that last one. I clicked the wrong thing because it's right next to it.
It's all good.
body.
Stealth. That was hilarious.
That was still pretty funny, but you're good catch, Lauren. 2 hits.
Okay,
This
I
one
hit
is
by
actually going to make
3,
me hit me.
so that's a 7. You reduce it by
Good
2.
note.
You take 5 points of physical damage. Actually, as you peek your head up and the shotgun hits you across the side of the face.
Ooh, that's nice.
Now, because you don't actually take wound penalties until you get to 6 rather than 3, normally be at -2 right now. You're just beginning to feel it. You're at your first -1.
You said I took
just.
5 damage?
Yeah, you've done it right. I'm just saying that normally when people get to 3 damage, they take a -1. Because of your qualities, you only take it when you get to 6. You're at 6 total damage.
And now I'm
you
taking
now
-1.
begin to feel it. You're like, ow, okay, now I'm actually physically impinged by this level of damage. Okay, fine. Finally, we're up to the top of the round. Havoc, it's you.
Sorry, I cheated. I didn't know. I wasn't paying attention. I just
Yeah,
clicked the
it's
button.
dodge test. Sorry, I think I mentioned something wrong earlier. It's reaction intuition for dodge rolls normally.
Yeah, we just don't have a dice for it.
Yeah.
Or we don't have a roll for it.
We don't have a
okay.
roll for it.
Ah.
You'll go Havoc.
So I guess I am going to. I can activate my gecko gloves.
If you want to, you won't move.
Would that be a minor action to do that?
Yeah, probably. Just a minor action. Honestly, if you want to climb somewhere, that will be slower than sprinting. Just bear that in mind.
Well, I have to jump down because I'm hanging out the window.
You're on the ground floor.
You're on the ground floor.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, I'll just jump down and I'm gonna fucking run.
Okay, make me that sprint roll again. It'll be a strength athletics. We're almost getting into agility athletics territory though. Okay,
3.
You go 18 meters, which is enough to get you out of the alleyway onto the street and maybe over the street into another alleyway.
I'd like to stealth if I can.
You've got a major action left. I'll let you major action stealth as well after you get into the alleyway.
Yeah, use skill.
Yeah. Make an agility stealth. 3.
3 hits.
Yeah, so you get
Can
out.
I up that with an edge?
Do you have
You
edge?
can spend 2
Yeah,
to make it a hit, or you could spend 1 to reroll a die.
I'll spend 2 to make it a 4, I guess.
Okay, sure.
I'd rather up it to ensure.
Yeah, that's
Possibly.
definitely better. So yeah,
And I
you
have
get out the
enough.
window. You take a shotgun blast to the face as you look up, and then you just leg it. You leg it across the street into another alleyway, and then immediately go to ground and hide.
Yeah.
I think.
And I guess with my other, I have 8 more, or I have 3 more minors.
You did 2 major actions.
You did 2 sprint
okay.
and then
You
hiding.
sprinted and then
perfect.
stealth.
Yeah.
Then I'm good. Sweet.
With that, Lauren, if you don't mind, I'm gonna do the guys' turns in the meat space because I just want to see if they see Havoc, because otherwise that drops out and only becomes a matrix from now on. That's okay with you?
Okay, sure.
Because
That
there's
works.
only 2 guys who are close enough to look out
Unless
the
she
window
was
this
going to
turn.
do something to make it harder for them.
Could you make it out of them? They're looking in meat space.
No, I don't think I could do that unless they had. I'm also dealing with the person who was sending a message, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would probably not.
They don't see you, Havoc. At this point, I'm going to say we're going to drop the physical aspect of this.
Oh,
just
see, good thing I
because-
spent that to get a 4 because he got a 3.
No, he got 2. There were 2 separate rolls.
Oh, I'm blind.
The threshold is also important, though. Like, for this point, I'll say that because you're far enough away and because you can move pretty fast, you can move, even if they did see you, like, next turn, you would be far enough away that you could keep moving and they wouldn't be able to catch you. They don't have you surrounded. You're fast. I'm not going to bother.
I'll probably have to tell her to meet me, but, like, we'll see what happens next.
Mimi, your turn.
Is he still sending a message?
No, he's happily sent his message, and his device is now complaining, but he's busy. Looking for havoc.
Well, if they've all sent, if no one is got the vehicle going, I know they're looking for havoc. They sent the message. I think I'm going to just drive our vehicle in VR.
Okay.
Awesome.
You're going to just go straight up.
What does our vehicle look like in VR to you? Is it like, are you a princess riding a little bulldog?
That's a good point. Have you pimped her ride in VR? Because I imagine that Havoc has never remotely looked at it in VR.
It's like a carriage that's being driven by bulldogs.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay.
Be extra over here.
How many bulldogs?
2? I don't know. 4?
Okay, 2.
And then 1 watchdog.
Okay. There's 4 bulldogs out front pulling a carriage. You're in it. You put the sword away.
Cute.
You pull out onto a grid. A lot of buildings nearby are ghostly, not even really fully on the matrix in VR, but you pull out. Are you trying to move fast? Are you trying to move anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess... Does she have Havoc's location? No, probably not. I think Havoc will need to send it to her.
You saw her move. You can see her view, so you probably know exactly where she is.
So I think she's going to pull up near-ish to, like, not immediately in that alleyway, but, like, probably the street over to basically pick up Havoc.
Okay.
And then they're going to go after the vehicle, because she's assuming that they're going to stop it, move it, turn it around or something, but they have a small window of opportunity to catch up with the vehicle, and she has its path, and so she's going to try and intercept it.
Okay.
So that they can grab the person out of the car.
Sure. Havoc. As you dodge from alleyway to alleyway, a GMC Bulldog van, very familiar, turns up in front of you. The panel door slides open.
I jump in, and I'm just going to be like, the bastards. He fucking got my fro.
Mimi's just like...
Mimi, your comlink hears this, so you hear it.
Oh, no, not your fro. Fuck him.
I was going easy on him, too.
As she says this, you look at her, blood streaming down the side of her face, like there's holes in her jacket, there's like rounds that have hit her jacket and lodged in, flattened against it. She only seems slightly bothered by it.
You doing all right?
Yeah.
Do you need help?
Good. No, I'm good. Might need a little bit of drink later.
Cool.
Cool. I think I actually have a med kit. But
are you training bike?
While she's driving, yeah.
You won't really have time, because I'm going to let you know that as you drive up the street looking for that car, you see it. It's coming the other way.
I mean, you can do first aid as an action, so. They turned it around?
That's what you missed. A spider jumping into the vehicle.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Havoc, Mimi, you just about get yourself strapped down in the van when you see the car coming the other way. Driven by no one. A guy in the back who's desperately kicking at the front screen.
Ooh, can she... Oh, the driver... The car's being controlled by a spider. Which is going to make it a lot harder to deal with.
You think you can open the door?
That's what I was thinking, is like, can I open the door for the vehicle? Because he's going to jump out.
And I'm going to snag him out.
And then you just grab him off the street.
Yeah, I'm going to grab him off the street.
It would be being defended by a spider. Just FYI.
It is being defended. This is true.
I will also let you know that Technically, there's no one in the vehicle to see your van there.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
FYI, it's a lot
vehicle
more
has
vulnerable physically right now than it would be in the Matrix.
I was gonna suggest that she was gonna drive the van into the vehicle.
Or you could do that.
Or just like intercept it so that it stops, because I feel like there'll be enough of
There's
a
a
moment.
collision warning on Grid Guide, yeah.
Yeah, that it like they're not gonna immediately collide into something. They may choose to, but I feel like it would. I feel like she would think that it would stop. So I think that's
my baby.
is van's coming. She's gonna try and just like intercept it,
Okay.
and then she's gonna be like, get ready to jump in and out.
It's not even a test. You just stop the van in front of it. The car sedately just stops.
Go 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 go.
I'm going.
Okay, I won't
What do I
roll
need?
initiative for this, but I know you've
Okay.
got 2 major actions. I also know what they have. You're reacting first on this, just really quick.
23.
You jump out. Yeah, you sprint. What do you want to do? You can get, with a major action, to the door. Probably a minor action, you can get to the door of the car if you want.
Okay, minor action, get to the door. Do I have to wait for it to get unlocked to open it?
Remember, it's you? And you have a crowbar?
Just pull the door open.
Technically, the car is defended by a spider. It's pretty good.
Did you
in
say
the
that we're
Matrix.
driving the car or I'm taking him out?
You're gonna take him out. Yeah, you
Okay.
want to? We're gonna grab him from
Yeah,
the
I'm
car
gonna
and throw him
bust
in our
out-
van.
I'm gonna bust out try to open that door. She waves at him.
Strength, Athletics.
Wait. I have. Oh shoot! Do I not have? I think I need to switch one of my complex forms because this was not what I wanted. I think I need puppeteer because then I can control something without the correct admin access. But I didn't take that one.
Okay. In which case, yeah, Havoc. Strength, athletics. You have a crowbar, so you have edge in this situation. And
Okay.
they can't really see you coming. I'll say you have 2 edge in this situation.
Okay. 1 hit. I'll spend the 2 edge to make that a 2 hit.
Do you want to? I'll let you know in the situation that 2 hits is not going to be enough to open a very
You actually
locked
can't
door.
because you don't have.
You don't have a 4, yeah.
You don't have a 4. What you could do is spend
Okay.
2 edge and re-roll 2 die and hope that you get 2 more hits. You might get 3.
I'll let you know that it's probably unlikely that you are going to be able to bust open that door on that number of hits. It is a
I have an
secured-
I have a rating 6 auto picker. Would that open that door?
On this car, no, because the car's door is
How
secure.
much edge do you have?
I have 5 edge right now.
Do you want to spend 4 and re-roll all your dice?
Yeah.
You re-roll your failed dice, so you'll keep that 1 hit.
Yeah,
That's
so roll
probably
again at a
what to do.
-1 and then just add a net hit at the end. So re-roll at -1.
We roll at -1?
Yeah,
Okay.
because you're rolling all your fails. So
2 hits.
3 hits in total. Do you want to spend an edge to re-roll? You have 1 edge left. I'll let you know
Should I
that 3 would not be enough, but you're getting close.
Okay. I just roll 1 dice. No
Okay.
hits.
You get
So
that
sharp.
crowbar in, you start levering, the door buckles a little bit, but it's not quite there. These doors are meant to be secure for a reason. The car starts to move. Havoc, technically you've got some minor actions left. Would you like to get on top of the car as it starts to move?
Yeah, I guess.
I'll let you with the minor
This is
actions. get
not
on
very
top of the car.
stealthy.
Make an athletics agility to get on top of the car.
2 hits.
That's enough. You get on top of the car. As it starts moving faster, it's going to be harder. Your turn, Havoc. You've got 2 major actions.
Oh, you mean not Havoc. You mean Mimi.
Do you want to do something, Mimi?
I mean, probably. I
Okay.
want to at least distract the spider.
Okay.
So she knows there's a spider. Yeah, she's just gonna distract it. So the first thing that she's gonna do is she's going to pull up. She's gonna use a complex form. I don't know why. This is apparently like she does like full-on magic actions. Her complex form is called Mirrored Persona, which just creates a duplicate of hers. So there are now 2 of her that look like they're doing the exact same thing. So the spider will have to roll to see if they figure out the correct target.
Okay.
So I'm gonna attempt to roll resonance plus electronics Resonance is 6, electronics is
Shark
6.
Boss, Spider is the name for someone who is a security defense person who will run around your network and protect things. In this instance, Lone Star probably called up and say, hey, one of our cars been hacked and hijacked. And they called in a Spider to fix it.
Okay, so it'll be, it's a matrix perception test, and the threshold will be 4, so they have to exceed 4, otherwise they target the mirrored version of herself.
Okay.
Now I need to resist the fade. And I do. It has a drain value of 3 or fade value. So she pulls up, and I think we just see that moment where she just like steps to the side in the matrix and just a complete duplicate of herself appears. And they now both begin to look like they're doing the same thing, which in this instance, she's just trying to distract them. So she's just gonna just go straight for a data spike. Because worst case scenario, she manages to shut down the vehicle. Best case scenario, or worst case scenario, she distracts the spider.
Yeah. Are you data spiking the vehicle or the spider? Because now you're in the matrix again. You can see standing there is someone...
Spider's persona would subsume the vehicle if they're controlling it.
Yeah, in which case you don't no longer see the vehicle. You see a man with a long flowing cape and 2 pistols, a big cowboy hat, and a star on top of it that glows.
Both of her personas, both versions of her just go, bing, and then she just like shoots magic at them.
Okay, go for it.
So this is versus willpower and data spike. It's data processing and device rating. Okay. Cracking.
Really? Luckily, they have some edge, but not good enough.
Oh, 12. It's 12. What's their attack rating?
Oh god. What's the attack rating formula again?
It's attack plus sleaze.
Attack plus sleaze. I think for them it's 11.
Yeah, attack rating is attack plus sleaze.
Sorry, 12.
And then defense rating. Sorry, what's their defense rating? Because I'm attacking. And that's
yeah, you're attacking.
Data processing plus firewall.
It's 11 for them for defense.
Okay, so I don't have it. 3 hits, so they take 4 damage. And they do resist this. Oh no, they don't resist this.
Yeah,
There's
they
no
take
resist.
3 damage as you see one of their guns just knocked backwards with the beam that hits them from 2 angles. Right, their turn. They're gonna do a matrix perception roll with their attack. They got 4, so that's success, right? They just need to hit your 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so they do hit you. They're gonna use the data spike.
Okay.
5 hits.
Oh, good. Data processing. We decided my device rating is 6, right? Because I'm a
Yes.
technomancer.
Yeah.
And my data processing is 7.
With this, they start firing both pistols at you.
Rude. Very rude. Ugh, 2 hits.
Okay, it's 3 net plus their attack rating.
Half their attack rating.
6.
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Corporate spiders are rough.
I'm not. She's not doing so hot. She's gonna have to jump out real fast.
Yep. Their other major action. How do I link lock you?
Wait, is it their turn yet, or I thought it
They've
was
got
her
2
turn?
major actions.
Did Lauren do her whole turn already?
Yep.
Yeah, I did 2 major actions.
Gotcha.
Oh, good. It's not tar pit. I thought it was tar pit. That's reducing data processing. Snoop, set data bomb probe, matrix search, matrix perception. I thought it was a program. Control device profile crash program. Let me look it up. Sorry.
It's okay. There's a lot of weirdness with the Matrix, especially because half the rules they ported over from 5th and half of them they didn't and don't make as much sense.
You need to do, no, that's not what it is. That's me jacking out. Lockdown, you need the program.
Yeah, they do have it because they are a awesome fighter. By awesome, I mean mediocre.
So then they would have done it already. When they deal matrix damage, they would link lock me.
Ah, I thought it was an additional action. Okay, in which case, yeah, you are link locked with the attack. Sorry.
It's part of the program.
Okay. Then in which case, their second action, they're gonna attack you again.
Okay.
3.
Seven plus 6 is 13. 5.
I don't have
Miss.
enough. I'll re-roll 2. I have enough edge
They
to re-roll
actually
2.
also still need to. The matrix perception persists. It's not like the mirrored persona doesn't go away when they hit the correct one.
Okay, yeah, let me roll for that. Yeah, they see it. I'm gonna re-roll 2. I need both successes. No. They do attack you, but this time you manage to dodge their bullets. Just how do you dodge their bullets when they attack you? What does it look like in the Matrix?
She just pulls up a shield. It's just like magical sparkles.
Is it a Disney umbrella shield or is it just like an actual shield?
Oh no, it's like sparkles. Like she, you know.
Okay. And
like,
all the bullets like coming towards you just turn into sparkles as they hit it and just like puff into
just
nothingness.
glitter flying everywhere.
Okay. But however, you find yourself rooted to the spot, unable to move or jack out. That brings us to Havoc on top of the car. Havoc, what do you want to do?
All right, I guess I'm like holding the car and I'm like gonna minor action talk to my teammate here and be like,
Do you want
It's
to? Because
leaving.
that would reduce the number of major actions you can take, and it might take you 2 major actions to get through this door. You did have an
Okay,
issue last
I
time. I'm
gotcha.
just giving you a heads up.
then I will just try to open the door
Okay.
best I can.
You can always talk afterwards if you like open it in one. Athletic strength. Again, you have 2 edge because crowbar and no physical defense.
Okay. 4 hits.
Yeah, 4 hits plus the hits last turn. Tink. Something metal bends and snaps. You can hear it go. The door opens and flaps. The car is moving.
I'm trying to swing into the vehicle, grab the guy.
I will say minor action you can go in, minor action you can grab the guy because he's not going to resist too much. He thinks he's probably being extracted right now. He's not sure, but happy. That would give you 2 minor actions left.
Yeah, I don't look like the cops. I look like his friends, probably.
Yeah, like you're not a cop and he's in custody. This is good, right? You've got 2 minor actions left. If you want, I will allow you to dive out the car, and also you can talk to Mimi.
Okay. I'll hold him. I'll be like, stay close, and I'll hold him, and then we are gonna roll out of the vehicle together. I'll shield any damage.
Sure. In which case, make me a... I'll say body plus reaction, just to, like, take the blow as you roll.
Body plus reaction.
Yeah,
so
just a
that-
simple, like, this is how well you can take a roll.
No hits.
No hits.
So I take it pretty hard.
Yeah. Make me a body plus your bone lacings, bone density, so, you know, your normal 9.
So, 2 hits.
You'll take
right?
1 point of stun damage.
1 point is done. Okay.
It's not moving
And then
too
I'll
fast.
go over the comms and I'll be like, "Good him."
Mimi, you got him. Thumbs up.
She's gonna. I'm gonna jack out then.
Okay,
It is
your
an
turn.
opposed test. So, and sweet dump shock. This will be against charisma and data processing or attack and data processing. All right. I would be charisma in this case because it's not IC. I am using electronics and willpower, which is 13 dice. Oh lordy. 6 hits.
2. With that,
This
you
is
manage
like-
to just about free yourself. These stars that are kind of embedded into your feet and locking you to the ground just melt.
You know what? Cinderella style. It rips her shoes off.
You leave 2 crystalline slippers behind as you make your way out.
Oh my
However,
god.
I am going to suffer dump shock as she like snaps back. It's like whiplash. So I need to resist dump shock, which dump shock is 3 physical because I'm in hot sim, and I'm going to resist it with willpower.
Okay.
Go well. I resist it.
Yeah, as you pull yourself forcibly out the Matrix, you're in a hot sim. So for those of you who don't know, when you're in VR, you've got two choices. The default of which is in cold sim. There are limiters in place on what you can feel. Like if you get shot in the Matrix, you want that to be like oh, I'm aware that something happened. You don't want to actually physically take the full pain of being shot. Hot sim is where you just remove those limiters. It allows you to be slightly faster, slightly more effective, but it does come at the cost of you take physical damage as a Technomancer when things go wrong. And because you're ripping yourself out and you're in hot sim all the time as a Technomancer, you would take some dump shock in physical. However, Mimi resists all of it, her shoes not having any sort of effect on her as they just leave her behind, and she finds herself back in the van. I'm going to straight up drop you out of initiative time. Havoc, you bundle this off
Tries
into
to
the
throw
van.
up a little in her mouth because she probably has a hangover.
Okay.
Yeah.
Havoc, you throw your captive into the back of the van. All
I
right.
activate the mag lock.
Thanks. Was it Jimmy you sent you?
I turn to look at
Fucking
Yes.
Star got me.
and I lean back and I just
She
smile.
closes the car door and then starts driving.
Make me a charisma influence, Mimi.
I feel like this is con.
Oh, sorry, Khan. Yeah,
I was like,
Not that
yeah,
I would
Jimmy.
rather use charisma, but I'm pretty sure she's lying out of her ass right
Charisma
now.
Khan. Do it.
Oh, it's the same for me. 1 hit. Oh. That is not the right number of dice.
Roll the extras using the macro.
Here, I'll just re-roll the whole thing. It should be 7.
This guy is beaten up. He looks in bad shape.
1 hit still.
No hits.
Great.
Ah, great. He leans back,
Right.
pulls down a folding chair with hands still in handcuffs and just sits in it, quite happy. Nice digs you got here. So, looks over at Havoc. You're single then?
Oh, God.
And with that, I think we just fade to black to a warehouse.
Mimi will in the process. By the way, Mimi is not in good shape. I think I may have missed some negative penalties to some of my rolls. I'm sorry. She was driving and she sends a message to Officer Bate being like, we have him and he's not in the vehicle. He's in our vehicle and he's conscious. So this should be relatively easy for you. You're welcome. Give me the money.
Give me the money.
She like sends a little picture of him in the back of the vehicle, like chatting with Havoc.
He's smiling, he's got thumbs up as you look towards him. It's like floppy, like blonde dyed mohawk down one side of his face.
I hate him. He's the worst. He's fine. He can go to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, you make it to the warehouse. Officer Bart is waiting there near an unmarked car, nondescript, dark color, sitting on the bonnet. You pull in.
Right. We pull in. Does he react?
He can't see he's in the back of the car.
Oh,
she's
yeah,
in
that's
the-
I
right.
assume that you don't really have any windows in the back of the van.
And
Yep.
he's nondescript, right? Or her car is nondescript.
Yep,
Yeah.
and she's out of uniform.
Mimi lets you handle this part because you are the one who can muscle him. And then while you're doing that, she's going to patch herself up.
Okay. I'm going to be like, it looks like it's time.
Hi, great. Right, where's Jimmy?
I kind of grab his arm a little bit.
Oi. Careful, we can get antsy later.
I roll my eyes, but he can't see because I have my sunglasses on. I'm like, if only. And she kind of unlocks the door. He's gonna walk him out.
Okay, as he sees Officer Bate. Hey, wait, where's Jimmy? What's the popo doing here? What are you doing?
I smile.
You'll have to make a close combat strength roll just to keep hold of him, but it's not going to be hard. Just saying you do.
I'm at a -1. You said strength?
Strength, close combat, just like it's effectively you've got him grappled, you just need to keep the grapple.
Okay, I need to change it to strength. And then
It'll automatically apply the minuses if you're using the sheet, so don't worry about that.
it auto does the minuses?
Yeah, it automatically does wound modifiers if you're using the sheet roller.
Okay.
Oh, I should have.
So that should
Fortunately,
be
it doesn't work on.
7 plus 4.
So you have
So it
My
should
roll,
be
by the
10
way,
dice.
is first aid. I'm med
that
kitting
10
myself
dice?
in the car.
Yeah, you get 4 hits versus his 1. You easily keep hold of him. Officer Barte looks at you, blood beginning to, like, turn to scabs and coagulating on the side of your face, your armor ripped open. You okay there?
She just kind of shrugs and she's like, I'll be okay. Him
Right.
not so much, huh?
Well, let's see what happens when we're getting down the station. Just grabs him by the scruff of his neck. Oi, what are you doing? Finding me to the fucking popo?
I will say this, though. I'm like, I think you owe us a little more.
Make an influence charisma roll.
Okay.
She has edge in the situation. You already agreed to a price.
1 hit, yeah. Yeah.
We agreed to a price already. Look, here's
Next
your
time
money.
you might want to lead with it being rush.
Here's the money. Take it. And Mimi's
I
got a
take
favor
it.
whenever she needs it. And thank you.
I'll let her know.
Shoves him into the back of the car, locks the door.
I walk away. My hands are clean of whatever just happened. I will hop in the vehicle. I'm like, toss her coin. I'm like, that favor better be good.
Favors are always useful. They're also harder to track. Plus, I don't think she realized technically she owes us 2 favors as 1 each.
I smile. I'm like, nice.
She did agree to a favor for you. It wouldn't be 1 each.
She said each.
She said each for money. I believe.
She said each for favors.
Chat, correct me if I'm wrong. She said a favor and then said each for money.
That's fine.
Uh,
Mimi's gonna try and convince her otherwise.
feel free. But with that, you make it away. A simple run made more simple by a brute force approach that technically did work.
It was relatively.
Okay.
I might mention to her as we're driving away, be like, you didn't see any cameras in there, did you?
In the building.
Yeah.
I don't think she saw that. I had some pretty high matrix perception tests.
No, it's a crappy building.
No, it was a Shrek hole. It's like the building we live in. No cameras.
Good.
Glad you all failed
I
your
mean-
roll about Lone Star, though.
I mean,
Yeah.
Lone Star definitely has image links.
Oh yeah, they definitely have image links. I mean, I have image links, so.
Luckily, Havoc was moving so fast, it's kind of hard to get a properly good photo fit frame from that. But with that said and done, you walk away, 459 each, the greater and better off, and a favor. And karma, and you will get bonus karma because it was a good run and not a sad face run. I'll
What's a
figure out the
sad
karma
face run?
Where you like work for a corp and you like kick little children or something.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Effectively, runs that pay better in money pay worse in karma, and runs that
Yeah.
pay like better in karma pay worse in money.
Gotcha. Cool.
It's called working for the people versus the man. Generally, it's that trade-off.
Yeah, I mean, they all know. Like, everyone has image link. If you don't have image link, you're weird. So,
Yeah. I guess we'd have to like turn those off or something like that.
we would need to steal their comm links. But
Yeah.
that's assuming it doesn't like automatically send it to another location. I can only do so many things on the Matrix at once.
That's why
Do
you were meant to
more
assault
things,
6
Lauren.
guys.
Anytime you're the
Good
hacking
work.
person in the group, they're like, do more things.
And you're like, I try.
I mean,
I
you
patched
took on
myself
a
out.
full-spec spider. Like, you did well.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually heal. So Mimi's feeling a little bit better. She patches herself up with a med kit.
I would like to patch myself up with a med kit too.
Would you like me to patch you up with a med kit?
You can remove all
Sure.
health damage
Okay,
as time will pass between this
Okay.
run and episode 1.
great.
I do have a rating 6 med kit, which is handy.
That's cool. I
in
haven't
the
yet
van.
to figure out what the rating for the med kits does.
I
I
would
don't
like to
either.
say 6th edition is a mess of, we made 5th edition and we took things and removed them and made more things, and also we still don't know what half of this does, but we did it!
So it's for biotech. And it
Maybe
adds a
if you
+1
try
to
and
the
hack
pool.
the medkit. There we go. The
Keep
medkit's
doing
rating
tests.
defense.
But it doesn't really say what the rating gives you.
It will,
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about the
it will defend
rating.
it if you try and hack it. The rating is technically part of the defense on a hack. So that's
Yeah.
nice. Someone tries to hack your medkit to inject you with something terrible.
I guess, but you won't have it like attached to your body all the time?
Some of the time, though. Or they could just hack it, and next time you use it, it could screw you.
Yeah, it doesn't really
Yeah.
say what it does.
I mean, I would have it off though until I'm using it, so they wouldn't be able to hack it. Like,
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
No, it should do a thing, but hey, we got
think
rid
it's
of a lot of the
gonna-
tests and dice, and then added extra
it
stuff.
used to be they just didn't account because they took out limits in the system. They left a lot of things in that used to need limits. Like the rating used to be the limits of the number of the hits you could take on the test. So that's why the rating was important. But now there's no limits, so you can take as many hits as you want.
4th edition, we made things too complicated. 5th edition, okay. Agility was too good, so we introduced limits. They're really complicated. 6th edition, okay, limits were too complicated, so we removed limits. We also completely forgot about strength, and oh my god, agility's too good again. Wait, I feel like we've been here before. Anyway, that was...
We'll talk about this in the after show.
We will,
Yeah, I
we
don't
will.
know.
If Bentham and Josh are around, they can come in and talk about how they would have done the run. It will be amusing to hear their feedback. But it worked.
Also, someone points out as a fair point, they would have probably needed to intentionally record the information onto their comlink. It's not assumed that you're recording everything.
Yeah. I would assume being Lone Star,
Yeah, like
though,
I had
that
to
when their
specifically
guns
say
go
I'm
live-
turning on my image link, right?
Yeah, well, you're streaming it anyway, but I assume that they, as Lone Star, would have their comlink set up to, when they turn their guns on, the comlink starts recording for health and safety purposes. But they also probably just get some tape and then put it over the camera half the time because Lone Star.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to go do the after show. Let's go through where you can find people and our announcements. So, reminder, yet again, this is Prologue 1 of 2, and we're starting the very first episode of Shadowrun, the proper episode, the full team, on the 11th of August. Next week, it will be The Boys, titled, for me at least, The Boys Are Back in Town. That's what I have in my notes. And that will be Josh and Bentham playing their characters. Right!
Which are very different than our characters.
Yes,
like
very different.
very different.
Right. Today's supporter is Miazilla. Miazilla, thank you very much for supporting today's episode. Make it possible to give all the Noyan to all the peoples and favors. Favor singular, according to chat. So yeah, you can note that down. That will be like a quite relatively big favor. Like she won't do anything illegal because she's that kind of cop, but you can note down you have a favor. In addition, there is a legendary slot open, so please use it. And also, remember, 11th of August, it's our first real episode. And of course, next week we have the second prologue, where you can meet 2 more of our characters for our lovely band of trash fire babies.
I don't think they're. I don't know. I don't know if it'll be trash fire. I think once we're all together, it's going to be pretty sweet because we have like a good broad skill range.
I know.
The problem we had today is I don't
Applying
have
your
a
skill
lot else
range.
other than I'm going to punch him.
Yeah, I feel Havoc is the mallet in the situation. It's like, everything is a nail. Where can I... Oh, look! That person's a nail! Bang, bang, bang!
I
Legendary
can
slots being
stealth in
filled? Oh,
places
great,
and
okay.
grab things. Like if it was one of those type of missions, it'd be different. But
Yeah.
I think our problem was the driving. Ultimately, that screwed us over.
Certainly set us up for a harder time.
Yeah.
Right, so that's it for the announcements. Of course, you can go check out Game of Thrones, Riverlands episode 12, which is now out on the YouTube. It does feature a Bentham playing a lovely crow. He is playing a Night's Watchman in that episode and guesting. So, until next time, which will be 2 weeks, Mimi, Random Tuesday.
And there is a
Lauren.
legend spot open, by the way.
I think it just got filled.
No, there is a legend spot open.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
There is a legend slot. Do the thing still. Lauren, who are you? What are you doing when we find you?
Hi, my name is Random Tuesday. You can find me pretty much all places on the internet at Random Tuesday. I make cosplays like this sweet jacket.
So good.
It is a great jacket.
Great. I love it. I also stream on my own channel and play tabletop RPGs and all that goodness. So follow me on the internet. This next week I will be at Gen Con. So if you're at Gen Con, come say hi to me or tell me that you're there and I'll figure out if I can actually see people instead of living in the room in which the streaming is happening. So Gen Con. What?
There you go. Havoc, Margaret Crone, Maggie, amazing purple tongue flapping thingy. Who are you? What are you doing when we find you?
Oh man, I am Margaret Crone. You can find me in all the places at Margaret Crone. Pretty easy. I am in a lot of tabletop stuff. So if you're interested in some more tabletop action, I'm streaming Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays on my channel, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We do lots of things from Warhammer to witches, and I'm excited to maybe guest on Game of Thrones again sometime, maybe soon in the future. And of course, here I'm excited for our first episode as a full team together. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So thank you so much. You guys are awesome. And of course, EE, where can people find you at?
Hi, you can find me at youtube.com/Andrelicium, where I have videos and stuff. You can also find me at twitch.tv/Andrelicium, where on Tuesdays and Wednesdays I have 2 Rogue Trader shows. The Wednesday one I GM, and the Tuesday one I am in. And those are at 6 p.m. BST, and the videos go up on YouTube as well. You can also find me at Twitters and all that kind of jazz and normals and stuffs. So, also look out this week. There will be a trailer going out for the boys, and you'll be able to see what characters they are playing. I don't think anyone could quite meet Havoc's level of, oh my god, she can do what? I guess maybe Josh is.
Just wait till one of them starts talking.
Yeah. It's gonna be bad. Anyway, right. In which case, we're gonna go through the tips. There were a few tips today. Do. Actually, Maggie, if you want that trailer, I can probably get it to you in the next, 20 minutes. If you want it to go out tonight.
Okay. We have GOT coming out today, so we can put it out tomorrow.
Yeah, we can go tomorrow. So tomorrow you'll see the boys' characters. Right. Today's the 28th. We have 2 tips. The Unspeakable, $15. We here at Mama Johansson's Pizza would like to help you all celebrate your return to the 6th world with a 3 pineapple pizza on us.
Yay!
Pineapple pizza, you can go shove it in the recycling bin. That stuff's not touching any lips around here. Thank you very much, Unspeakable. Also,
shout out to the season 1 crew.
That was season 2, I think, right? Because that was you in. You kept stealing the pineapple pizza.
Season 2 was I sent them a bunch of pineapple pizza, but I thought they had something like that in season 1 already.
I think it was only a major thing in 2. It might have been mentioned in 1, but it was definitely season 2 where that came into being. The first blog, $12.38. Where can I get those goggles? Etsy. Turns out you can find a lot of stuff on Etsy, I think. So, just type in cyberpunk visor or something and it'll turn up. Also, Infinite Hype, Roll Love. First blog. Thank you very much, First blog. Thank you very much, Unspeakable, for being able to support us, and thank you very much indeed. Anyway, we'll be back next week with the boys, and then a week later, we'll actually have the entire crew. And we'll have a little bit more of a complicated Shadowrun. The general format I'm anticipating is that Shadowruns are going to eventually be 2 episodes per run, so you'll actually have the legwork and all that stuff going on and figuring out how to take your approach, whereas this was much more self-contained and thus cheaper run. I know some people were asking about the normal price for a Shadowrun. The default price is about 3,000 Noyen, with a little bit of haggling. This, because it's a simple one-off run and working for the people, generally comes in a bit lower. So we're going to go to our after show that'll be on the Patreon in a few days' time at the $5 tier and above. Hopefully you'll enjoy it, and until then, may the dice roll over in your favour and try not to crit glitch.